Lady needs you. Go! Today, I repay my debt.
And now, WWE presents the Royal Rumble.
What is going on, everybody? It is Friday night's Royal Rumble. I don't know why I'm screaming.
It's Friday. Why
It is
not?
Friday.
It's Friday. That's
It's
always
Friday.
a reason to celebrate. It's Friday.
Because
It is
it's been a
Friday.
hell of a week. Wow.
Oh dear God.
I'll tell you what. I thought the week was like was probably pretty decently heavy ended, but then of course today was Star Wars Celebrations. I was up
Oh,
at like
God.
5 a.m. and they were already reporting in Europe, and I was like, oh God, here we go.
But what's that? Is unless Kathleen Kennedy is announcing her retirement, what's there to celebrate?
Hey, she's on the way out. It's not like
Slowly
it's
but
not-
surely.
Yeah, we've been hearing that now for what?
10 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 5.
So, what's up, JV? How you doing?
Ooh, wow. Oh, Disney, you started the week stepping into it, and you're finishing the week strong.
Oh God.
Oh, the House of Mouse, you guys. Oh, Bobby, just no one to
Man.
shut your mouth, dude.
It's
God.
not even just that. It's they've ended with some of the directing choices that they've picked. Oh, wow.
Okay,
Normies.
Well,
Heard of it.
hold on. Trust me. This could be the first thing we get into. We got Kat, the Hijabi Gamer, the corpus marketing director.
Yes. What's up? Good night. Hey everyone. Good night. Good something. I don't know. I just finished eating.
and
But
we're
yeah, I
not,
was.
and-
but let me-
Let
And
her,
we're
let
not-
her get her conscience together. She just
Yeah.
ate. She's been fasting all day.
Yeah, I've been passing all day.
and we're not on nostril cam. So
Yeah.
Oh, nice. All right. I didn't notice that, but hey, yeah, I did that on purpose. I absolutely did that on purpose. Though, I'll just say the Disney stuff is really bad because I have some normies I know I work with who are like, damn, we're also kind of like, wow. Normies.
Yeah. It's
But-
it's gonna be fun, and
God, yeah,
we
sure.
have Nomi, who's looking
not a normie. Not a normie.
Yeah, she's looking very nice tonight too.
She is.
Getting all dressed up.
Eyebrows are on point too.
Thank you. I don't know a lot of people know this, but eyebrows are actually part of my profession. I do-
Oh, are they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do eyebrow
Really?
threading. Kat, you may know what that is.
I know what it is, but I've never
I know what it is.
understood what
I
it's
know what it is.
for or why.
It's-
but
Well,
the-
it's for your
Tattooing eyebrows. It's tattooing
I-
eyebrows.
No, I don't do tattooing eyebrows. I
Oh.
get thread, like cotton thread, and I
Oh, yeah,
make a little
yeah.
twisty thing, and then I put the end of the thread in my mouth, and I go at it with the eyebrows, and I just make a good eyebrow shape.
it sounds painful.
It's not for the weak, I will tell you that.
I did not know what that was. So
Yeah, I have a lot of clients, a lot of men clients too.
No offense. I'll
But-
support you. I'll
I do
support
the
you on your.
beard. I do the beard lines, the
Do they?
eyebrows.
But do these men drink Bud Light?
No, they do not.
Okay, good.
No, they do not. No, the reason but yeah. The reason why I dressed up today is like I realized I've been with you guys for almost like 2 months now, and I've never really dolled myself up to be on a stream. So today and tonight is that night to make myself look pretty and be on stream with y'all.
All right, there you go. There you go.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
You get a shout out from the boys. So
Wait, I'm wearing clothing tonight.
and your
Wow,
blue
yes.
filter. You look like you belong in Jurassic World.
Ooh, nice. Yeah,
Which
I'm wearing
I
clothes.
like
okay?
the Jurassic World movies. I know I'm one of the only ones, but I did like them. We're gonna jump right into this because, good God, here we go. What in the blue hell are these people thinking?
We started the week strong, folks. We started the week strong.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say for the record, look at that lovely Star Wars Celebrations logo. It's almost as if they're not even fucking hiding what they're talking about. And yes,
No, they're not. Come on.
and
Brian, it's all in your mind. They're not pushing any agenda. What are you thinking?
What
yeah,
agenda? No.
this is from Discussing Film, which, like I said, they started at like 5 a.m. So it was like 14 hours ago. So I was just like, I was up and I was like, oh God, here we go.
I slept right through it. Yeah,
God
I was
bless
like,
you.
I'm not waking up for that. Screw that.
No, I just happened to be here. We go.
I was at work. So
Me too.
Kathleen Kennedy arrived on stage at Star
Whoa.
Wars Celebrations.
was she booed or was she cheered?
I don't know. There's no video of it, so I'm assuming it probably
Oh.
wasn't good. I literally put in the comment, why? What Lucasfilm property is she going to ruin now?
Well, supposedly there's 3 new films that got announced, but with Kathy's track record, maybe one will make it to completion.
No, none of them are. None of them are.
Who's excited for Andor season 2?
Not me.
No one is. No
Not
one
me.
is. Nobody watched the original show, so no one watched season 1. So,
Yeah.
and it's another year and a half away. So whatever small audience you had,
Yeah.
good luck retaining that.
Summer 2024. Nobody cares. Nobody fuck cares.
No.
I will say that Larry was first. That was last night because Larry's a crazy guy. Oh, whoa, hello, sir.
Hey!
Hello!
Hi. Sorry, it is a holiday, and I was with
No.
family.
No,
So-
Tom, you are right on time, my friend. You are right on time.
Sorry.
I was last minute, but we do need to introduce you properly.
The tree touched me.
Me and Groot are never going to be good friends. Me and Groot are never going to be good friends.
That's my favorite clip.
Yeah.
Well, Tom, don't worry because Guardians 3 is probably the last time you're going to see Groot, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Disney would be dumb to get rid of him as a character they can keep going, that they can monetize.
You know, but we all know. We all know we have never accused Disney of being smart.
No.
No, well, not current Disney.
Okay,
Not current
No.
Disney. Let's
Which-
be fair. Not
which-
Eisner era Disney was very calculated.
yes.
Agreed.
Which speaking of the Iger regime, shall we?
Oh, God.
Check your DMs, Legion Talk. Okay. And Samuel says, howdy, Tom.
Hi.
I will do so. Give me 5 seconds. Where the hell? Okay. The Acolyte, seriously?
Okay, I saw the leaked trailer for the Acolyte. In terms of tone, it looks like it. Any of you watch Into the Badlands on AMC?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
It feels like that. If it
Okay.
wasn't Star Wars, and if I said this to someone earlier, if it wasn't for the current era we're in, some of these things, like the Acolyte, looks cool, but it's from Lena Headey, it's from Disney, it's from Lucasfilm current, so I'm not gonna give it that much of it. I'm not gonna care. But looking at the leaked trailer, it looked cool. It looked cool.
And keep in mind, this was supposed to be the series that brought Brie Larson into Star Wars.
Mhm.
No.
That type of thing. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. But speaking about the number of cast members that have been,
I feel
caught
sorry
in
for cast
things
members,
like
too.
that.
Well, not the ones that do that, but the ones that are the ones that are still trying to like fight for a paycheck through this nonsense. I feel so bad for them.
So I can say this here because it's not on my channel. The amount of transgender cast members have been increasing everfold since.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Yes,
Shocking.
I am. It is.
Dude, it's like we're having a progressive
Astonishing.
lunch and dinner. Yes.
It's astonishing the number of times now where I'm like, oh, man.
It is ma'am.
It's not funny.
Nah, if I was,
Human being, maybe, but even then, I don't want to miss.
Oh, I just
You because you might be a cat or something.
I have gotten now to where I'm actually reading name tags because I'm worried.
oh no,
like-
to hell with it. If I'm the customer, I'm gonna call you whatever goddamn
Well,
pronoun you want. And if it's
you do
preferred,
realize
yeah.
most of the time that I'm on a live stream somewhere
Yeah,
or something.
right.
I have to
Yeah.
be. I
Tom
have to
doesn't
be.
have that luxury.
Yeah, Tom walks in minefields. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be. So that's why I come places like here where I can speak my mind without having to
Yeah,
worry.
Tom can say whatever he wants here, but on his own channel, unfortunately, there were people who loved the Disney, and look, I wish Disney would get better too. I really do, but they're going to be the last ones.
You have to realize something, and this is coming from, and park hopping has to deal with this too. There are people that have no clue what's going on.
Correct.
There are people that have no clue what's going on. They walk into a theme park, they walk into a movie, they don't know and probably don't care.
Right.
They're just consumers, right? They're buying new things.
NPC.
As I like to say, an iPhone user, right? They just buy the new iPhone when it comes out, and that's pretty much it.
No, but they also, it's not just that they don't know. There's some people who actually, like, I have a family member, and I could not believe this because, we're being Muslim and everything, that they actually support it. That they don't know the downsides to it. That they don't realize just how bad things are with it. And it's like, supported what's being done to children. And I'm looking like, how can you even say that?
Well, there are historical parallels right now with what's going on and with, like Rome, let's say, and stuff like that. We're like getting the Nero eras of Rome.
You are getting to that peak of decadence, and then that's when it falls.
And it's also, you've had like 5-10 years of modesty being stripped away from society in general. Like, it's just, what do you expect? And I'm going to say this, and this has nothing to do with Disney or anything like that, but if you berate young boys and stuff like that, and you praise girls, boys will eventually say, well, the girl's getting praised and I'm getting beat down on. So I'm going to be a girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's an escape. And I think that it's society's fault. It's the way culture, the Me Too stuff, whatever, that didn't help. But even before then, it was a bad thing. And this has nothing to do with Disney, but it also does because they're stories, right? You had 10 years of pushing up princesses, right? And like, oh, it's awesome to be a princess. Like, there were princes that never spoke,
right,
in Disney movies.
And when you're a company, like Disney, do with the size and scope of that reach, and you buy certain IPs specifically to market to young boys, but you don't hire anyone who knows how to market to boys,
and you buy brands
that
were made for young boys and existed for a long freaking time,
decades.
And that had, oh my god, great female characters.
Right.
Oh my god, they had them.
Yeah, but I would also say that they are doing it because who doesn't want to? You get preferred treatment. You get treated like royalty. You get people walk around you on eggshells. It's also how you can get people. I genuinely now think it's a cult, and that one of the ways to get into is to change yourself to being non-binary or genderqueer, so that way you can be a part of the cult.
It's also an insurance policy, because if you're employed somewhere and you just say, "Oh, I'm non-binary," suddenly you're unfireable.
Right.
Right. Like that is basically, it's taking what came from, like, what was it, Title IX and all that stuff. It's taking that and putting it to be.
Hey, buddy, I was looking for something. That's why I'm not.
I sent you something hilarious from Star Wars Celebration when I was watching earlier. I clipped it out. Did you guys already talk about when Kathleen Kennedy came out?
Not yet. We just started.
I clipped that. I have it. Oh, it was just, you just have to watch. It's
hey,
so
Laurence.
Nice.
Hey,
so nice.
Larry. Sorry, I didn't realize you were backstage. That's my bad, dude.
It was during the Andor panel.
No, you didn't. You're not Parvos Granum. Parvos Granum created the corpus.
No, I did.
The great Parvos Granum.
No, I did.
Impossible.
And I created him.
So Star Wars.
I'm gonna say this right now. I don't care about the corpus.
What?
Nobody does, Tom. Nobody does. Just kidding.
Okay, so Tom, Ms. Kennedy came out on stage.
Yeah.
Was she greeted by throngs of cheers or boos?
Oh, this was perfect because they had Tony Gilroy and Diego Luna come out on either side of her, so you can actually hear the drop to silence.
No.
I put it in the Twitter chat.
I just found it, so I'm going to pull it up. Hold on.
It was amazing, and you can see her read her body language. She is annoyed. She's looking down. She's like closed up. She doesn't even look at the audience. She just walks straight to her chair. It is beautiful.
So basically, she is like, you plebs, acknowledge me.
Yeah, she hates all of us. She hates us all. Where is your hat, Nomi?
Which hat?
You don't have a hat on.
I think we all have.
Everyone else has on.
Oh, okay. Let me go grab one.
I think I'm wearing my Zelda hat.
It's true. I saw the video from EV on Live. Samuel says, "Y'all notice how Larry just has to walk into the door and derail a conversation." Right. Well, that's what black guys do.
Stop.
Oh, hold on. We need to wait for Nomi. She got to get a hat. She did say that she wanted to look nice for us because she's never been like done up on stream. It's very kind of her, but we're not really, I guess, really that kind of party.
No.
She looks nice.
I'm wearing a gray t-shirt. So that's like
I'm wearing
a nice hat. That's about it.
I'm wearing what I woke up in. So
yeah,
I'm wearing my best armor.
I'm wearing pants. Hey, I'm wearing pants, okay? You can't see, but I'm wearing pants, okay?
Prove it.
I'm not.
Okay.
Pants.
I don't want to think about what goes on under people's desks. Okay?
I don't know, Joker. You sounded a bit excited.
Red says, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy
What's up,
Friday."
The Nomi has she has a crown on.
She does. She has a crown on.
Oh, there you go. Well played.
Nice.
Well played.
Thank you.
Well played.
I wore this when I went to go see the Mario movie the other day.
Nice.
Which as of right now is at 100 million globally, like just under 100.
Yes,
I will say I did like the Mario movie, but there are definitely some issues.
Yeah, I have some hot takes on it too.
Okay,
fair enough. I'm obviously gonna watch it tomorrow. So and so is Kat.
Whoa! It sounded like the crowd kept mentioning something about seeing you next to. Wow!
Oh, we're
Wait,
about ready
did I
to
miss
find
the
out.
audio?
No, we haven't played it.
There's
We waited for you.
Oh, thank you.
So here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Stop. The creator and executive producer Tony Gilroy.
We got some claps for Tony Gilroy.
Executive producer
I do think
and
people
president
like
of
Andor
Lucasfilm,
outside of this
Kathleen Kennedy.
community.
Yeah, no, I think so too. R2 says Nomi thinks she's better than all of you. Just saying. Wow.
She is.
Wow.
I am wearing. I wait behind.
Well,
backstage.
every princess needs a plumber to save her. So
It's true.
Ew.
And then also backstage, we were talking about headsets. I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a Bose," and everybody's like, "We don't have a Bose." It's like,
Those are fancy.
Continue, Ryan.
jerk. Just kidding.
Showing off your bows.
Executive producer, play.
Hold the fuck on.
President of Lucasfilm, Kathleen
Dude.
Kennedy.
Oh my god.
And her pace
picked up.
Diego Luna.
Her pace.
Wow.
Executive producer and president of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy.
Damn.
President of Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy.
Not even the paid Star Wars shills on display at Star Wars Celebration had the energy to clap
Suck it,
for Kathleen Kennedy.
Horrible
Fatality.
Nice.
I'm sorry. You had Andor up, and I just
glorious.
Thank you, Tom, for that. I needed that.
Oh, I needed that too.
Oh God.
Oh, that is glorious.
Oh,
I have a feeling R2 took an edible today.
Yeah. What's up, chat? Tyler the Redbeard. Also,
What's up, Tyler?
Status. I'm not wearing pants.
I mean, cat.
Static.
I think it means cat.
I'm wearing
Like
pants.
Static X? Or
No.
Static like the cartoon Hawk?
No, I'm wearing pants.
His current co-host, Static 2020.
What's so wrong with Kathleen Kennedy?
I don't have enough time.
Yeah, none of us.
She was probably a doll in the 80s when she did what she was good at.
When she got
She was a doll when she was on her knees.
That's what I was trying to say without saying it that way.
Archie says I'm sober tonight.
Get me coffee.
Oh,
just
okay.
Get coffee, bitch.
So we got more. Obviously we're talking about the Mandalorian here.
Did you see what Jeff Snyder said?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
Jeff Snyder said that there was a big blow up between Pedro and the Mandalorian production team. You notice the one person not there for Star Wars Celebration?
Pedro
Someone's
Pascal.
missing. No, someone else is missing.
Favreau
yeah.
and
John
Filoni.
Favreau.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was just to say Filoni too.
Now I will admit, like, that I can understand Favreau and Filoni maybe not being there. They don't always go to Star Wars Celebrations, but the fact that they have the armorer Emily Swallows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which
that's
I
her.
I'm not going to say anything. And Bo,
Carl Weathers, Katie Sackhoff,
the new Mandalorian,
right? The new Mandalorian.
Yeah, because Jeff Snyder said like Pedro's got he's got Last of Us now for at least another season. Maybe if we're gonna stretch it really long out until he gets
What's up, Mike?
Golf club to the head.
Right,
but,
he's a golf club head away.
But I mean, they're already breaking the rules for Bo, so why can't they break the rules for Mando?
I don't think Pedro Pascal wants anything to do with it.
I don't think Pedro Pascal has been in the suit once yet this season.
No,
I don't think so either.
No, I mean, and I mentioned this on somewhere else that it's gotten to the point to where Lateef Crowder, who is the guy in the suit,
but it's two of them, right?
But I think Lateef has been.
So he took over. He took over for John Wayne's son.
I believe so,
or grandson, or whatever it was.
And he is actually in the closing credits now.
What's even more interesting is if we scroll up, sorry, not Jon Favreau, but Dave Filoni is going to be directing the closeout movie for the Mandalorian. And
so they already admitted it's done. Like if they're
they named his director. Obviously this is all the Ahsoka stuff, but
does it? But so is he directing the film that is with Rey and Grogu? Because
no, I thought that was Mango. No, that's with that there's a foreign director. I can't pronounce their name.
Yeah, she's
Kwate or something.
Yeah. The gal who directed 2 episodes of Ms. the Marvel, which no one watched, and the only other credits she has are 2 docu shorts.
She's she's also a Canadian. She's a Canadian journalist and feminist activist.
Okay, so I will say the thing that dropped about Mangold directing a Star Wars film and it being Ben-Hur and 10 Commandments in tone.
Yep.
Mangold's a good director. I like him. 4v Ferrari is an amazing film. 310 to Yuma, Logan. Those are good films. I have no faith in Indiana Jones at all. Mm-hmm. But Mangold's a good director, and if he can get something without studio interruption or meddling, I think he could do Star Wars really well in that sense.
But this is the problem. The problem is even if Kathleen Kennedy retires, there is still so much rot in Lucasfilm.
It's not just Lucasfilm; it's the entire Disney Corporation.
Well, yes,
yeah.
Which we should probably also address how that came to a head on the Monday.
Oh, are we talking? You want to talk about the Reedy Creek and the oversight? Okay, but Robert Barnes, right? He did a great breakdown that I watched, basically saying like, that's why Disney wasn't doing anything, because they had that ability the entire time, and most people knew this. We didn't know this. I'm not someone who studies like law, but apparently they had the ability to set up their own oversight thing before they did anything, and it's completely legal, and DeSantis can't do anything.
That is not the case. That is not the case because
according to Robert Barnes or whatever.
Hold on, real quick. Can anybody find that information? Because I'm having a hard time pulling up that stuff from Monday. It's kind of like it fell into the ether, and it's been flagged or something.
According to legal what's the name? Legal the mindset. Whose specialty was special tax districts in the state of Florida, says that it is completely illegal if it can be proved that what Iger said is actually what Iger stepped in is actually true, because later on that day. Hold on. Let
JV go first, then Tom.
Because later on that day, DeSantis did through his inspector general's office, according to CBS, did formally open a criminal investigation.
Here you go. I found bounding in the comics about the situation. Tom, go ahead, buddy.
Now, I think I know what Legal Mindset brought up was the fact. One of the things that he said with and Valiant said this too, was conflating the Disney Corporation with Reedy Creek. That's a wrong statement on Iger Park. That's a bungle. But the other thing coming on right now is what DeSantis is trying to do in terms of levying tolls and higher taxes, which will not. I'm not sure how that will affect Disney versus consumers, and that really worries me. In terms of one, I run a theme park channel. I don't want to pay more to try to get there.
Yeah,
just being very, very selfish.
Okay, so all that would be is that the Disney parks would then have to pay the same tolls and fees that, say, Universal does or SeaWorld does.
Well, no, but I'm wondering if that also means that they could levy toll roads onto the property, because you have to take. Well, yes, but I don't have to pay a toll right now to get into Disney.
I don't think they'll do that, Tom. And here's why: because toll roads are actually meant to be thoroughfares to bypass heavily traveled roads, which is why when Irma and all that stuff was coming, they made toll roads. They like just go, just get out. So their toll roads are meant for ease of access, not heavy thoroughfare. And I think Disney is always going to have a heavy thoroughfare for the parks. I don't see them doing that because it would put a decrease on tourism, in my opinion, because you're going to start talking about charging people more money to go visit an already very expensive park. Rebel Dragon says, indeed, I saw today from Florida News, DeSantis said the fight is far from over. It's a pissing contest between the governor and Iger.
Well, and this will go. This will go to the state, to at least the state Supreme Court. It could go higher.
Okay, so during the question and answer section of the meeting, Alan Fisher of Ameriprise asked Iger, what steps have already been taken or will be taken to protect shareholder value with regard to the legal battle between Disney, Ron DeSantis, and the Reedy Creek Improvement District?
Okay.
We're all go ahead.
Just for context, Ameriprise is an extension of American Express. So this is a very big institutional investor calling. Yeah.
So it's going to get more attention than, of course, why are you indoctrinating kids? That guy on the phone call, even though we all flipped out. We are kind of all concerned about here for the tax purposes. My son lives in Orlando and he's worried about his taxes going up. I replied, first of all, we love the state of Florida, and I think that's reflected in not only how much we have invested in the last 50 years, but how much we have given back in the form of jobs and community service, taxes, tourism, of course, and all sorts of other responsible business practices. We've also always respected and appreciated what the state has done for us. Iger continued. It's kind of been a two-way street. All right, so he's kind of shuffling blame a little bit.
Well, he's straddling a line right here.
He's
walking
straddling.
along.
He's doing what he does. He's being the weatherman, and he's trying to fare the weather. But a year ago, the company took a position on pending Florida legislation, and while the company may not have handled the position it took very well, a company has the right to freedom of speech, just like individuals do.
Do you though?
That's been something that has been, I think, defended.
I would say yes and no, because just at the same time, if you're getting special treatment and you decide to lob your mouth off, you're gonna bite the hand that feeds you a little bit. To where
because
they're allowed to say what they want, and then they have to take the consequences.
Exactly. Right. There you go.
So, and now this is where it gets interesting. So after the free speech comment, Iger says this.
And obviously, upon taking the position, the governor got very angry about the position Disney took, and it seems like he's decided to retaliate against, including the naming of a new board to oversee the property of the business, in effect to seek to punish a company for its exercise of a constitutional right. I'll say this.
Bang! That's where he stepped in it. Now, all Iger would have had to say is DeSantis is the government, whatever, seems to be launching a personal attack campaign against Reedy Creek based on a position that Disney took. The minute you separate those two, you're covered legally.
But on top of that, well, the thing is just, I'm sorry, from what I've been hearing from other people is that it involves the selling of bonds too, so it could lead to fraud, so that this is actually a very serious issue, and that if
decades
they can
of
prove
bonds,
they could lose billions of dollars if it's found out.
Trillions.
Oh, damn.
Well, what I think a lot of people don't understand is that Reedy Creek, Epcot, and all that stuff was initially intended to be something very different under
city.
Walt Disney.
It was supposed to be the model. If you ever gone the People Mover,
yeah,
the model of the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. Which honestly, if you look at it from a planning and zoning aspect, it's actually a very brilliant model of a city.
It was supposed to be the city of tomorrow. It was supposed to be kind of like what you saw in Captain America, the first Avenger, where Tony Stark is kind of like launching all these ideas, kind of like, the cars of tomorrow, the city of tomorrow, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Walt imagined about 20,000 residents in Epcot, and that companies such as GE could use it as a testing ground for their latest inventions and technologies, basically putting Disney on the forefront of cutting technology. And it was through that and the federal government and the state of Florida that the legislation was passed that they would get these special incentives, because they were trying to basically better the country, better humanity, all that kind of stuff.
It was also going to be a big boon for Florida, because if it succeeded, you have the new tech hub. Instead of being in Silicon Valley, it would have been Orlando.
It would have been Orlando, and it would have been vastly different. And the thing is that unfortunately what happened was, after the legislation had passed, Walt Disney died. And Walt, being the one who spearheaded this, the board decided, well, we're not going to do it.
We've already got it.
I'm going to say this. Don't take things against Roy Disney. I don't think he had the ability to be as much of a figurehead as Walt. If you've read information about that time frame, Roy was much more the realistic person to Walt's imaginative. It's sort of like Frank Wells and Eisner. He was the businessman. He knew. That's why everything sort of got stripped down a little bit. He knew. So that's why that didn't happen.
Has anybody seen the most recent episode of The Mandalorian?
That is what Epcot should have been.
That is what Epcot was meant to be.
Gary was calling it that.
Yeah, yes, likewise.
That was what you recognize this, but just above water.
Yeah, that's from Horizons.
Yeah. This is literally what Epcot was meant to be. It was meant to be a giant domed city with a monorail surrounding it. And so
I'm gonna say that I kind of like that they did do that little bit of touch to Epcot in the episode. I know it's dumb, but I kind of liked it.
No, I liked it too. The problem is that I kind of felt like that was a finger to like, well, this is what we were supposed to build and we didn't do it.
Well, there was a lot in that episode to be fingers of like. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I thank God that Lizzo was wearing clothes.
Yeah, for real.
Most of the time she's anywhere, she's.
That episode taught me that Lizzo has as much acting talent as she has impulse control at a dessert buffet, meaning none.
And I'm gonna take this as a thing. Jack Black probably could have been a cool Star Wars character if you made him an alien and voiced an alien.
If he wasn't being Jack Black.
Yeah, if he was in because I think he did a great job as Bowser.
Yeah,
which that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard.
I mean, he released a music video from
the movie.
It's out, so that works. It's just hilarious. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I won't say anything. But
yeah, no spoilers.
I really also like Jack Black when he was in Jumanji and he was playing the popular teenage girl.
He can act. He can act.
And
I liked him in King Kong. I thought it was really
right.
good.
He was in King Kong.
He was in 2005 King Kong. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Samuel says, I look forward to the day when Disney is just a bad memory.
That will never happen.
That takes a lot of alcohol, Samuel.
Yeah,
the company's not going to go anywhere.
It's not going to go anywhere. The government will bail them out because they work.
Besides that, the parks are still generating a ton of revenue.
And
they're selling out. And Cruise Line. They are selling out on the most expensive days for Genie Plus now. They've raised the price $15 and no one has stopped buying it.
Right.
Whoa.
And
so they are constantly.
And the other big revenue stream they have. I mean, I know folks love to talk about the films and whatnot. That is far down the list. Tom will attest to this. The revenue they get from ads from live sports on ESPN is ridiculous.
And if they do gambling, they're going to get even more revenue. You have no idea how minuscule the media division is compared to everything else. No, I'm just saying you have no idea how minuscule the media division is compared to Cruise Line and the parks. You have all these people talk about things. I'm there every day. There are at least 50, 60,000 people inside of these spaces spending at least anywhere, if you're family of four, to like maybe almost $1,000 a day just to eat. Like, you don't understand. They are making hand over fist money. Disney is not going to go anywhere. And as much as people want to say Universal will take market share, people don't know. And the number of hotels is like 5 to 1 at least. There's 14 or 18 resorts on Disney property alone for people to stay. Think about how many people each of those hotels can probably have around 150, 200,000 people at
Disneyland. There were 6 hotels.
And then you also have Shanghai, you have Tokyo, you have Paris. And the cruise lines, there's like 12 ships, 8 ships, or whatever.
At least. And they just bought a brand new one.
Yeah. This on a steel. That was a steel that Chapek set up. And that was a good. But my point is, this is like taking on an entire country. Disney is a country. It's not a company. You are looking at something massive.
Entity. It's an entity.
And how many other companies have been around 100 years that are still here, especially in entertainment, that haven't been taken over by something or changed?
Many, like Warner Brothers, and they're fucking shit in the bed.
You have Henry Ford. You have Ford.
You got
Ford?
That's
the other company I can think of, American company that's 100 years old right now, and White Castle. Okay, 3. I got 3 companies right there.
There you go.
American made, but there's not many of them. McDonald's isn't 100 years old yet.
Nope.
You have another 40, 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, I hate when people say, oh, Disney's going to fail. It's going to take 5 generations for that to happen.
They'll turn it around before that. Go ahead, JV. Sorry.
And Disney, keep this in mind, and as we have not 1, 2, we have 3 former cast members here on this panel here. Disney is not an entertainment company. It is a theme park company. It is a retail company. It is a real estate company, first and foremost. Entertainment, like Tom said, is down the list as far as their revenue streams go. And as much as the ads from live sports is enormous, the theme parks and cruise lines are still the bread and butter of the Walt Disney Company.
Just to give an idea, the Walt Disney Company's fiscal statement for year 2023 posted $8.7 billion in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
8.7 billion
with a B.
Their cruise lines are still making a lot of money, even with all the stuff that's been going on over the last 10 years.
Disney Cruise Line actually, okay, so this is a positive thing about Disney Cruise Line is amazing. If you have not done a Disney cruise, it is by far the best cruise experience, bar none.
Yep.
Even I've been on Holland America, I've been on Royal Caribbean, I've been on I've even been on some of the weird Nordic ones over for Rhine cruises. Disney has an amazing product. It is the only thing besides Tokyo Disney that is still the 90s pinnacle Disney. Now, I know I'm sounding like a little bit of a Disney fanboy because I've, grown up.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that.
I agree with you.
Tom, and as Tom knows from me being on his show, I was there during the peak Eisner years.
Yeah, and those were
amazing years.
I just forgetting that you were a cast member once. I forget that.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on the cruise thing because I've never been on a cruise, and every time, I kid you not, every time that I get money together and I seriously think about doing it, like I'll look at the itinerary.
Do it.
I'll turn on the news and something's going on with the cruise line. Normally it's Royal Caribbean.
The Disney Cruise Line is well, that's the Love Boat, so stop right there. So we'll just
don't take those adult only cruises, man. Stuff happens there.
Well, yeah.
I will say Disney's protocols. I did one cruise during the post-pandemic time because it was a deal. I think I paid like $500 last minute booking. Their protocols are really good. Their staff is not American. Remember, cruise ships do not hire Americans. They're all from like
Norway
or whatever, Norway,
coastal
whatever
countries. Yeah,
but they're amazing. Like, is a cruise experience is something like the first day. I think I said this story once before. I asked for milk. I had a brownie. I asked for milk on the table service dinner. Every day after, I had milk. I didn't have to ask again. Hunter, the head server. I still remember his name. Hunter, the head server. The guy was awesome.
The Valiant never wanted to go on a Disney cruise, but his wife wanted to. So they went. They've been on 3 cruises. It has been Disney every single time.
This is where I'm going to say that Universal is not going to gain as much market share until they diversify. And I don't think they have the ability to. Even though they are making money through Comcast, I don't think they have the foresight or ability to right now to yet. And I'm getting to that. Yet they have to diversify outside. I am waiting. Universal, I'm talking to you if you're watching. Make a vacation club. That is what you're missing. That is you're missing a return.
Your real estate.
Yes, your real estate. Because right now, I know DVC. Yeah, they have a new building coming up within the Polynesian, a new tower. They have the Disneyland Tower coming up. That is a consistent revenue stream that brings you return customers for generations. That's the thing you're missing, Universal. You don't have the space for it. You're going to have to find somewhere to build one, but that's what you need. Also, the annual pass is coming back on sale. It's going to be a big revenue boost for Disney in a week.
Tom, before JV gives us his little bit of an outro, he's gonna have to bounce here soon. R2 says, "Who saw the video I found of Tom calling into a radio show this past Wednesday on the R2 show? What's this about?"
Yeah.
God. He did something where I called in about something. He sent it to me. I watched part of it. I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
He did a Piñata Farms.
Did he? Okay.
I'll
have to go back and watch that. I fell asleep before then, so I haven't had a chance. I'm so behind. I haven't even watched
I was watching, I think, Mario that day.
Okay.
Wednesday when Mario came out?
Yeah.
The 5th.
Yeah, it came out Wednesday.
Yeah, so I was at Universal watching it with the G&G people.
So
I didn't name drop.
No, you didn't. You name drop.
No. Actually, in a way, you name dropped even worse because you name dropped a whole group of people. It's like not only.
Well, he is technically a part of them. I don't know.
Yeah, part of them. Yeah.
Name dropped.
I mean,
I saw the pictures. I don't think any of us missed them on Twitter.
No.
JV, do you want to take let yourself out?
Okay, so I'm good. After after the show is done here, go over to Cannoli Sasquatch. The ladies are taking over. That will be Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, Shiro, and Vex Electronica, and I'm the representative for testosterone on the show tonight.
You token straight guy.
Yeah, token straight guy.
So you're bringing the sausage to the stream?
I am, definitely. And then Sunday I will be on with Wookie Be Bad. We're gonna be talking kind of stuff we're talking about here, and then the Monday I have last week's news now, and then this week on for the Wednesday I'm gonna have something that I have not done in a while, a recommendation, because there are things that I actually like in entertainment, and it's a toss-up between two things, and I won't tell you what they are because I'm going to keep that as a surprise.
All right. Have a good rest of your day, JV. Nice talking
That's right.
to you again.
Of course, Tom. Definitely. And guys, thank you again. Be sure, like, subscribe, share the stream, and I will see you guys all very soon. And toodles.
Bye, JV.
I know.
Bye, JV.
He's taking his toodles away already.
I'm sorry I went on a little Disney rant there. I'm sorry.
No,
God,
there's so much Disney news. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I've had a very long rant earlier about Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and it kind of broke me a little bit. So I'm kind of I had a
We're
few
here
things
for
in
it,
tequila.
Tom. We want to hear it because we have so many grievances with Disney this week.
Well, congrats. Guess what, Tom? You're gonna be ranting again because I have yet to see this.
Wait, which one is this? Is it Indy?
Indiana Jones and Ahsoka.
no,
I haven't seen either one of them.
Okay,
Wait, they
so
released
Ahsoka,
a
you
new
won't
trailer?
be Ahsoka, I don't think you'll be claimed for. Indy, since it has stones in it, the Rolling Stones in it, just you may want to EFAP Indy.
I get claimed all the time. I'm not too concerned. But thanks. I fight back. Disney's actually that's the Rolling Stones is gonna be like Sony. They'll still let it go. I've gotten copyright claimed on video games for a cover of a song that was in a video game, and I'm like, really?
I'm gonna say this. I got an entire videos taken down by Disney from a year ago from Harmonious. So Disney is definitely going on some copy claim or copy strikes.
Yeah, they did for us. Taking a look at the Mandalorian, they blocked it, but then of course I fought it, and they let it slide. Keely Chow, hey everybody, hey Keely, how you doing?
Hey, Keely.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Keely?
MP Pacific 414. Yes, the new trailer was released today. Yes, there's
I
a
did
lot
not know.
released today. Oh,
I will be quiet. I will be quiet. I watched it.
FNT, right? You know what? It was great to see.
Cool.
It's great to see Jay on FNT finally.
I know, about time.
Is that the same water bottle? Which water bottle? Now I'm confused.
The water bottle that you're drinking tonight, Tom, is the same one you had yesterday.
It's a Punisher cup.
Punisher. That's good
Top
shit.
there.
Sweet.
Water.
Before it goes bye-bye.
R2 says I'm emotionally dead when it comes to Star Wars and the MCU. The parks are still magical for now. I cover that stuff just for
the amount that you're paying for the ticket, it better be magical.
Yes.
I will say this. It'll take a lot more money for them to mess up the parks. They're slowly doing it. A movie is like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, movie's so much easier to mess up because they don't have to build things.
Well, what park did they not take Splash Mountain down in?
Tokyo.
Was it Tokyo? Okay.
Tokyo will always say F you to that stuff.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's who I thought it was. I
was
couldn't remember.
trying to find the translation. Someone had a news clip because he owner of the Oriental Land Company basically said, "No, we love Splash Mountain. It's not offensive." That was like
offensive.
No, it's not
Japan is
offensive.
based. That's what they are.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't have. This is an American made thing. This whole victim culture, this everything is all American made. You think we white people are racist? Go to other countries.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like,
If I can derail just for a little bit,
sorry.
I actually saw Matt Walsh on Tuesday. It was a good show. It was a good talk. Very civil. I was surprised on the civilness. But like what I realized, me and my friends that went to the talk, is that all this but the LGBT trans whatever politics thing, all of them were white people. There was not one Hispanic. that was up there and was defending it. Well, there were supporters, but there was not one person like, I'm a trans person and I'm this, because you want to know why? We, as a Mexican as well, myself, we would get the brown beaten out of us if we talked or thought like that. Because it's not because like my family's abusive. It's just like, you're not thinking logically.
Yeah.
So that's why I like Japan for sticking to it. Like, they're not going to get rid of Splash Mountain for anything because they like what was built on it.
Well, the other thing is just I'll say this in a way that won't get me canceled. The whole trans movement is a narcissism thing trying to get attention.
It is.
That's why you notice it's mainly white people.
Yep.
They want to feel special in some way.
Though, let me just say what's interesting. You know how they always say it's the colleges that are also messing up with people. So, you can really not really accuse my mother of being white, but on the other, I mean, she looks white, but she's more Egyptian than I am, and yet she got her PhD a couple of years ago, and yeah, I could see her being one of them. I mean, not as crazy, but I mean, she's the one who basically supported it being done to kids. I'm looking like horrified. It's like she sounds more like one of those awful white liberal women than a Arab American Muslim woman. It's like because she got a college degree and a PhD recently.
I have to interrupt real quick. Tyler says, is Nomi wearing a tiara? The answer is yes.
Yes, I am.
Tyler also says, why isn't Ryan wearing a tiara? And R2 says, Ryan's tiara is getting cleaned at the jewelers. Motherfuckers, I'll wear a damn tiara. Don't fucking tempt me. I will do it on this damn stream next week. I'm not even fucking around. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. I don't care. I'm a dancing monkey. Dance, fucker. That's what I do.
I wonder when to know what kind of tiara you're gonna get, because mine's like real or has real gemstones in it.
I don't know much about that, but I guess one that would yours looks a little more like for a queen or something. I would probably get one that was a little more less to maybe kind of like be like princess level. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not as big.
But princesses get spoiled. That's the advantage.
Be careful what you wish for. And, all right, don't do it, please.
Yay!
Too late. Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna fucking wear one next week. You guys.
Wait, Nomi, was it the one where he questioned the EMT and he was like,
"Yes, I love that."
That one. That was that. You saw the one where he's questioning the EMT.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there?
I was there.
Yes, yeah.
That was brilliant.
She knew said gentleman. I don't have a helmet like that, which I'm actually kind of jealous.
Either.
I have way too many weird things to put in my head.
I actually have a T60 helmet from Fallout. It's the new controller.
Sweet.
It's the one.
I will say
at gold in the lining, so they tell you don't put it on.
Like $45 or $50 I paid for this. It's not bad.
It looks good.
That's pretty cool.
I paid like $50 for that the Fallout helmet, and it's like full faced, and it's really cool, man. Yeah, you can see it in my background.
Oh wait, Ryan, you mean the one that they said had mold in it? They actually found out that according to one person, because you know how it is, they hype things up. It was like I think it was one or two that they found in the that were damaged, and the vast majority of them were perfectly fine. And they just were like the Samsung Note 7, where when you actually do the math, it was something like 0.04%.
Hey, I got a new phone out of that Note, so I'll take it.
Well, you know what was funny is that when that whole entire scare was going on, I was working for USPS, so we were picking them up. Well, guess what? Those USPS vehicles don't have air conditioning, so it's 100 degrees in that truck, and they're like, "Oh, the batteries are exploding," and I'm like, "This is gonna go well." Like, yeah, we're picking up all these phones that are exploding. Be careful. And it's like, great guys, thanks.
Oh well, we were dealing with them where people were bringing them back, and there's like we had to put them in. Prepare them for being shipped out. So no, but when it really came down to it, was like it's hilarious. They were like it was millions of phones. It was so rare that Samsung couldn't replicate it. They're like, we can't find out why it's happening because it is so rare that none of the phones we've been trying to repeat that with we could get them to do it. They couldn't figure out why.
One other thing, don't do the Blue Beetle trailer.
Okay. I do want to talk.
I forgot about that. But
that one will definitely get you possibly a claim or a strike. I know Paulie had an issue with it. Really? He had to redo the video. So I'm just saying.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
I might do a separate video because I know live streams, they like to try to take you down if they're feeling grumpy, to where a video they'll just block it, and then you can just like try to like undo it a couple days later and have it be seen. But
I did want to say something about Blue Beetle. I saw the trailer. It looks like CW worthy type of cinematic adventure, but I know at the end everybody was, I mean, me myself, I was upset about it. I did not like it. Was when George Lopez like, Batman's a fascist. Like, of course, him being who he is, and in the past he said stupid things of our former president, of like, yeah, he's
the director.
racist. Yeah,
the director also said something.
The director too. He's the one who was like saying, "Oh, the only thing I'm hoping for is that his presidency ends like leaking." Like, great, good job.
Yeah.
Didn't he get in trouble for that though? I thought I read
He
something
deleted
about,
the tweet, and
about
then
the studio.
everyone found it out.
Yeah, I thought I read
Yeah.
that the studio told him to shut up or something to that
Yeah,
effect.
I don't know if they did. I know he deleted it, and he got slammed for it.
He protected his tweets.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went
and
private
everybody-
because they think it's because he.
all the defenders are coming to it like going, oh my god, like Gary from Nerdrotic and they need to be held responsible because for harassment for him prprotecting his tweets.
Okay.
It's like,
well,
what?
as far as the director, I'll let the director do whatever he wants because I don't know much about him, but I just know that he's made awful tweets about former president, and he might have some consequences. But I kind of want to defend a little bit about George Lopez. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of him either. Neither, I know a lot of people are not, but I did work with George Lopez a few years ago, and he is how he is in movies, exactly how he acts in real life. Him being a Mexican, also me being a Mexican, as I was working with him, he handed me a tinfoil bag, and he's like, Mija, can you heat this up for me? He's like, I have no idea what this is. And I went to the kitchen, we unraveled it. Sure enough, it was homemade tortillas. And we heated it up for him. So that's just one of the funny stories. But he's just like a crazy drunk Mexican uncle. The project that I was working with him on, I was not part of the movie or whatever. It was just a project. I was just assisting to it. I had assist alcohol to the stars, to whoever was working on this project. And him, George Lopez, and several other actors were on this project. And I was making George Lopez's drink. Out of nowhere, a couple of crew members and the director of the film came out, was yelling at me that no actor should be drinking on set, and no rules were set and everything. And like I said, I will defend George Lopez. He actually defended me. He put me behind him, and he's like, you cannot, like, he said some choice words, but paraphrasing, he's like, you need to stop being an asshole to this poor young girl. She's been doing nothing but a sweetness to us. She's been catering. You've been nothing but an asshole, a dick to us all this time that we've been here working on this project. She's only doing what she's been asked to do, and you're the one who like asked her to come out here and serve us these drinks. And another actor, he was defending me as well, because the director of this movie was yelling at me, even to the point like I was crying, like I was tearing up crying, because like how mad he was.
That sounds like Hollywood.
Yeah. And the director left, and George Lopez, of course, like Spanish wise, he's like, este vago pendejo, no sabes nada. And like, it just basically was saying this like fucking asshole, like doesn't know anything, doesn't know when to shut up. The other actor came up to me, he's like, hey, like if you get in trouble with your job, please come find us. Come to our trailers, come to our hotel, let us know, because we want to make sure like you're not going to get fired for anything. So I do have that small heart for George Lopez, because he did defend me. He will stand up and he will make things right. Like if you're being an asshole or dick, he will call you out on that. But he will run his mouth. Obviously, you saw it, and not only this movie that was created, but I like George Lopez for that.
I don't care. I don't care that he doesn't like the former president, and he said a line in a movie. That's not his fault. He didn't write that. Even if he believes it, Mark Hamill's an idiot, like a giant idiot. But at least Mark Hamill was outspoken about how The Last Jedi was nothing but a piece of. So yeah. I can separate the idiot on Twitter from the guy who actually has a decent take about a character that he obviously does care about. So I think Hollywood's sorry.
Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was just gonna say Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Well,
I think what's happening is like even actors might be coming a little bit to like, all right, when is this going to end? Like, not that I was mistreated by this director, like this asshole guy, but like I think they're coming to a point where like, are we kind of pushing it too much? Where now what we're talking about, we're pulling our politics. It's just nonsense, and it's just a cash grab. No one's liking this shit anymore.
Yeah. Okay, Tom, you got about 4 minutes, so let's watch this clip and then we'll let you roll out. R2 made this. Apparently they found my crown collection. Oh, hey, Muggsykins, what's up?
Hey, Muggsy.
I didn't realize there was a tiara.
Costume night tonight.
Oh,
I guess that's because of me.
And Nomi's tiara, and of course, this probably doesn't help on the stream. To be honest.
mean, I wear this every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
yes, Your Majesty.
I actually have use for this. Like, I wear this out.
I know. I've seen you at the park too.
No shame. That's what
I love when you wear your Loki helmet because it's so huge. Like it's it adds like a foot to your head or something.
It has the horns and everything? God damn, that must be huge.
Yeah, he's got the scepter too.
It's not fun to walk.
Wait, you have the scepter too?
He's got the scepter. Tom's got a lot of cool shit. But all right, let's watch this. It's 30 seconds, and then we'll let Tom go.
More.
2. No way. 3. It can't be more than that.
Another one. Give me another one. Okay.
But they're stacked so high.
I want another crown.
It's not safe.
It's my party.
Amazing.
I'm so much better than any of you.
I have no clue what's that from.
I don't either, but I love it already.
That was great.
All right, Tom. What you got coming up?
Just so Cassie. I have Loki's scepter always around.
That is awesome.
So you gotta rule the galaxy somehow.
Loki's my favorite.
What do I have coming up? Saturday I'll be at Disney Springs because they have some Easter specials. Nice, it looks good. It's a cream cheese filled sugar cookie from Gideon's. I've never seen them do a filled cookie before, so that's gonna be fun. And carrot cake, which Gideon's cakes are amazing. Besides that, I'll probably be at SeaWorld a little bit later, and then Easter Sunday, holiday. Nothing then. But there will be some Tron footages coming up soon. I just haven't had time to edit of the merchandise because I do have the Tron helmet somewhere right now and all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you for letting me drop in for a little bit and have my little Disney rant. And
of course, buddy, you're always welcome. And I realized I didn't upload the applause, or I would give you an applause out. So we'll just let you leave with this.
The tree touched me.
Bye, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Bye.
See you, buddy.
See you, Tom.
All right. So, yeah, I didn't realize I didn't upload the applause. I thought I had done that, but okay. I know I did it for Monday's stream. Indiana Jones.
I guess it got overshadowed because the only thing I saw people talking about was Rey Skywalker. I didn't realize they'd also done that. Maybe
no, so they announced that the Rey Skywalker. Well, and look, I don't have a problem with Daisy Ridley. I don't. Daisy Ridley has said nothing wrong. She has not. She hasn't come out and run her mouth or anything like that. She had lots of criticism, as you can tell. Well, The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker.
That's not her fault.
It's not her fault. So I would love to see her and Finn get like an actual rehabilitation because Finn running around, of course, he's supposed to be a little bit like force sensitive. He got fucking cucked running around being like, Ray! It's so terrible.
Yeah.
And it's
Daisy Ridley and the actress who played Rose Tico, Tico Rose or whoever that.
Yeah, Rose Tico.
Actress,
yeah.
They were good. They're good. I think they're good actresses. I have nothing against them. They're just at the hand of bad writing and bad creative direction.
Kelly Marie Tran. She and she didn't get hate from fans. They did the same thing with Ahmed Best. They're like, oh my god, toxic Star Wars fans hated Ahmed Best. No, it was the media. that hated Ahmed best. It was the media that hated Jar Jar. They just decided to do what the media always does and say, hey, well, it's those damn toxic fans. They were sending him death threats. And it's like, well, okay, maybe a couple of weirdos who probably watched the news might have did that. But the majority of Star Wars fans, no, we're not hating on the actor. And the actor came out and said that in a post. And he was actually on the Brooklyn Bridge saying, it's been almost 20 years since I think it was like 20 years since I've considered taking my life because the media was so horrible to me.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I was a kid when when he was Jar Jar Binks, and I remember like the whole media just like smeared the heck out of him. And even as a kid, I was just like, I'm not as a kid, I knew like Jar Jar was not the greatest character.
He was
but like, why are you hating on the guy who played him?
Yeah.
I mean, as Samuel says, I hated Jar Jar. Great.
Yeah.
There are people that hated Jar Jar. It doesn't mean that we blame the actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, but the thing is that the media they said that his Misa Jar Jar Binks. They're like, well, that's like super racist because it's like taking a Jamaican accent and kind of like,
oh my god,
and that's what they were saying fucking back then. The fucking media is nothing but pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've always been pieces of shit. Fans didn't like the character, not the actors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But fans can separate them. It's the media that can't seem to separate them.
Yeah, like
Guess
it's a
what?
racist and they're hated and they're bigoted. Like, no, you guys are not doing the fan service of like following the story.
Yeah.
And you're obviously creating these bad scripts for the actors to like put their heart and soul in, and then they get the hate because it's something that the fans did not like.
So like what? Anakin Skywalker in episode 1, Jake Lloyd, and then of course you had Hayden Christensen.
Mm-hmm.
They caught, the portrayal of the character caught crap during that, but the actors didn't. From from fans, it was the media.
Yeah.
And Jake Lloyd turned out to just be in just a worse, a bad position and turned into a raging druggie and an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when Hayden Christensen came back, fans were thrilled for Obi-Wan Kenobi. They were thrilled for Ewan McGregor. Even just, Jay, Drunk 3PO said that Hayden Christensen's line was so damn long. These are fans. These are not media personalities, but fans. They had to move it from the lower floor of MegaCon, to the second floor because it was so long.
Wow.
The same media that hated Gina Carano, the last MegaCon, which I went to, her line was so fucking long that there were other celebrities like Ric Flair who got in line to take a picture with her.
Wow.
You don't see the media covering that. No, they're just like, she's just so bigoted and she hates trans people. And it's like, no, the fuck she doesn't.
Yeah, well, at Fan Expo in Dallas, her wait line was 2 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I went to the Fan Expo in Denver. I think I waited like an hour and a half, maybe closer to 2 hours just to like get a picture with her.
Tom and I went to that MegaCon, and it was a couple of months before he joined G&G, and I was hanging out with him. He was kind of showing me how to do content creation, because I was brand new to going to a Comic-Con as a content creator. He was kind of showing me how you do and stuff like that, and I got to hang out with Jay and all those guys, and they're cool as fuck. And no, Gina's line was fucking crazy, and it was a wide variety of fucking people.
Dude, she's so genuine, like painfully genuine. Because when I met her in Denver, I met her in Denver, and it was my first con ever, and I kind of went by myself. I did go with a group of friends, but they didn't follow or did not like Gina. I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna go see what she's up to. Her autograph line, I remember going there, and it was super long. I was like, I'm just gonna wait it out and come back when it's towards the end where I can sneak in. So I did that. But what I did not know, this is my ignorance, my first con ever, guys. I did not know you had to pay to get an autograph with her.
Yeah.
So when I was in line, this one guy's like, so where's your ticket? I was like, yeah, I pay for the, Fan Expo. Here's my ticket. He's like, no, where's your autograph ticket? I'm like, you have to pay for an autograph ticket? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, how much is it? He's like, $100. Like, never mind. See you later.
Yeah.
As I was about to turn around and walk away, Jay saw me, and Jay's like, hey, did you pay for a ticket? I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't know you have to pay. He's like, all right, just hang out here. Like super awkward. He disappears for like 3 seconds and he's like, hey, here's this poster. Just stay in line. It's like, okay, thank you so much. So like I got to hang out with Jay and Gina for a little bit. And Jay is so sweet.
Jay's a top-notch guy. He really is. And you know,
just don't let him open your doors around cats.
The amount of hate that he gets for being such a genuine person is fucking wild.
That's so weird to me.
Yeah, it really is. But then again, you know, I mean, they'll hate on people. They'll hate on people like Kat who plays video games. Yes, she's outspoken, but what she does most, she doesn't make videos about why she hates Disney. I do that all the time. I understand why people want to say bad things about me, but Kat just plays Destiny and she talks to people and that's it. And
but
she gets
Kat
called
supports the corpus. That's why they don't like her.
Yeah, is that what it is? It's the corpus?
I think so.
No, I think everyone loves the corpus. What are you talking about?
Well, your haters don't like the corpus because
nah, they love the corpus too. Everyone loves the corpus.
Okay.
What?
Well, I do know I have pissed off someone who got pissed off by Micah Curtis. I still don't understand that Micah Curtis guy. Seriously, who the hell is? I don't know.
I don't know. I've lost track of all the weirdos. Okay, Indiana Jones. Here we go.
Why do you hate me?
What the fuck?
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move.
We need to get out of here. Stop! Sorry.
Helena! Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
Yep, Nomi. Yep. How old is Harrison Ford now? Almost 80?
Yeah, he's in his 80s.
I'm supposed to believe he's doing all that.
He's no on the horse is a stunt double. We've already figured that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to the chat for a little bit of humor. Oh, sorry, Samuel. I didn't see you sitting backstage, buddy. Thanks for hopping on to enjoy the pain with us.
You should have said something, Sam, in the private chat.
I've only been there for like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Hi, ready?
Should have said something 3 seconds ago, fucker. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Logical spots. Can we talk about the electricity problem Cat has?
The house already exploded a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Spot.
Chenley says Cat's a corpus shill. Yes, she is.
Won't deny it.
Logical says I just got this as an add on here, the preview of Indiana Jones. All right.
There are only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, well, according to the leaked rumors, they're going to change that.
No. Those leaked rumors are lies. You're being deluded. It's not happening. It's a different reality.
So, since you've joined us for the fun,
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes. And now a final triumph.
Indy! Give them hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father. Ow! Sorry! Well,
I've been looking for this all my life.
Nope.
Looks bad. I can't
No.
wait to rent it on DVD.
Yep.
Looks bad. I can't wait to not ever watch it. What the
So-
hell?
Real quick. I know I said there are only 3 movies, but there was a thing in a shunted off little universe called Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and in that, were the bad guys not communists?
Yes.
Yep.
They were the Russians.
So they're just gonna like reverse course on that whole thing in this one, apparently.
Yes, because we like
it's made for the modern audience, Samuel. That's why.
we like communism.
Yeah, the modern
Samuel.
commie the modern commie audience.
By the way, let me just say that is not capitalism stealing from one person and stealing to the next. That's not
No, it isn't. That's a commie lie.
Yeah.
As a corporate shill who supports capitalism, yeah, I'm highly offended by that now.
I hate commies.
It looks
No, it's
so terrible.
Why are they doing this?
Oh, I like how before they jump out of the airplane, she's the one. She takes his hat off and holds it instead of just holding that. Yeah, you didn't see that?
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
saw it.
Instead of holding the hat on his head as they free fall, she takes it and holds it. That's symbolism. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now.
Yeah.
Yes, passing of the torch.
No, it's a taking of the torch from a feeble old man.
Yeah,
And that's capitalism because she's stealing it.
Yeah, Indiana Jones at the box office flop.
They're still gonna call it passing the torch. His opinion doesn't matter.
Oh, Nomi, you got a little bit of a fan here, huh?
Hi, Keely.
Wait. I just gotta ask out of pure curiosity. So you've got Indiana Jones, you've got all the new Star Wars stuff. Genuinely, do you think anybody's actually interested? Like, is anybody? Do they really think that people are just going to suddenly jump onto Disney Plus or go to see this movie and be like, "Oh my god"? Because honestly, I think maybe it's just me, but I get this impression that people are fed up with Disney at this point. Even the normies are fed up with Disney. Whereas,
I was just gonna say it's not even just that. The new Indiana Jones movie, $350 million budget.
Oh my god!
It needs to make $1 billion to break even.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yep,
that ain't gonna happen.
Even if it was decently written, which it won't be, but even if it was, nobody wants to remember Indiana Jones as a feeble old dude about to break a fucking hip. They don't. They want to remember him in his prime, which was 40 years ago.
Look, I love me some Harrison Ford. I think Harrison Ford is an asshole in real life, but you know what? He's a phenomenal actor. So I guess
That's just because he's stoned all the time.
Yeah, probably.
Well, not only that, but I remember he was interviewed. He's like, "What do you think about Han Solo and the new Star Wars?" He's like, "I don't care."
Yeah,
he is a grumpy old man. He was in his prime, and I think he knows that. But Hollywood just wants to give him money. He's like, "Hey, let's do Indiana Jones. Hey, let's do this," because they can't let go.
Well, they had to bring him back for the Rise of Skywalker in a fucking as like a projection of Kylo Ren. Like, Dad, what do I do? And he's like, I believe in you. So, Dad, how much money they give that man to do that?
So Harrison Ford has been on record like years and years and years ago. He thought that Han Solo should have died in the first fucking movie. He did not want to come back. He did not care about that character. He was contracted for those 3 films. Yep. And once they were done, he never looked back. He liked doing Indiana Jones. He was excited about that. So that alone, I think, would probably lend at least a little bit more enjoyment to this new iteration, because I know that Harrison Ford cares about this character. He does not care about Han Solo. But even so, dude's pushing 90.
Yeah, he really is. He's older
Let
than
him
Joe Biden.
Retire. Yeah, let him retire.
Wait, he's older than Joe Biden? I thought he was younger.
Yeah.
No, he's
Which is
older than Joe
impressive.
Biden.
There are actually people older than Joe Biden, which I didn't think was possible. But apparently...
And so, yeah, no, he even Harrison Ford even expressed the interest. He's like, I think Harrison Ford should have died at the end of Return of the Jedi, and then they didn't do it.
Really, Harrison Ford thought that Harrison Ford should die at the end of Return of the
Jedi. Han Solo. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Shut up, Larry. Punk ass. I haven't had a chance
he
to play
did though.
Like
you're a football player. It's in your blood. That's racist. Your soul. That's racist. Your eyes. That's gay. That's homophobic. That's black. That's racist.
I haven't played it in a while. Sorry, I had to do it.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, and he's been on record a number of times saying that, look, I did this thing, when I was a kid, and that thing is over, and I'm done with that, and all that stuff. The only reason he said yes to the Force Awakens was money.
Well, and he made them promise that they would let the character go.
Yeah, because he didn't want to come back again. He was done with it.
But they could have done it better. That's the thing that's so frustrating me. I
Yes,
was one of the few people who did
100%
not like
Cat.
The Force Awakens. Everyone else was like The Last Jedi. To me, Force Awakens, because I loved Han Solo, and to see him turned into a deadbeat dad who abandoned Leia really pissed me off.
I was okay. Okay, so I didn't like the deadbeat dad thing. That was horseshit. That really pissed me off. The way he died though, trying to save his son, like he's like just give me the lightsaber, just let go. And I thought that was okay, because then of course Ben Solo decided to not do that, and he betrayed his father. I thought that was actually an okay way to do it. It was the whole deadbeat dad thing through the whole entire movie that really made me mad.
Yeah.
I was okay with the death, because of course it has to have a massive tragedy for supposed character to have redemption. Now, I didn't like the redemption of Ben Solo either, but the deadbeat dad thing was horse shit, and it was very, very badly executed. I liked that he was a mentor. I liked that he was kind of a mentor to Rey and to Finn, and talking about the Force. It's
when they weren't leading him around by his dick.
Yeah, when he was talking on the ship, and you're like, oh, I thought that was a superstition. He's like, no, he's like, it's real, all of it. And it's like he just has like that mentor aura. I really like that.
Yeah, yes.
But it was so few and far between, those little nuggets of Han Solo being an actual role model, because they portrayed him as like abandoning his kids and his family, and it sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, to borrow a line, like the bit that got me was when Rey got the Millennium Falcon working. We just bypassed the thing. Like, to borrow a line from Galaxy Quest, are you telling me that the captain doesn't know every bolt and every weld in his ship?
Oh, that's a little.
I don't care how long Han Solo's been away from the Millennium Falcon. There's no way he doesn't know that ship inside and fucking out.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Agreed.
I agree.
We got a quick request from Logical Spock. Play the "You People" scene. You got it. So here you go. Larry. Fucking black guy.
I don't believe you people.
What do you mean, you people?
I gotta watch that movie. I
had to lead a racism with a racism. It's like, Larry.
Did you though?
No, not really. Larry doesn't fucking care.
I don't give a crap. Hey, what do you mean?
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
I know.
What do you mean, you people? Hey, I'm the smallest minority here. What do you mean, you people?
It's a lot of minorities and only 2 white guys. Well, I guess Samuel doesn't count, because he's a swamp monster or whatever.
Well, actually, these days you could say that you identify as a white woman, and you'll be considered a minority.
No.
No, you're still white. Yeah.
At this point, I think the majority of people are trans.
I'm just gonna go with gender queer, because it's pretty top of that hierarchy of nonsense.
I'm gonna go gender invisible.
Just go identify as ginger queer, and then you'll really be a minority.
They don't like gingers though. They keep erasing them.
That's what I'm saying. There's so few of them left. Ginger queer. That's the way to go.
I'm ginger queer.
Wait, I'm the West one who can go for a ginger queer, because you don't know what color my hair is.
I've actually seen your hair. Ironically,
it's purple.
It is. It's very purple.
I have to go with my nose ring.
All right, so let's move on to Ahsoka, which I do like Rosario Dawson. I really do.
Doesn't matter. Still a shit character.
Well, Ahsoka's not a shit character.
I disagree.
She should have died though. That was Dave Filoni's fault.
Yeah, I don't know. I never cared for the character, and I just she was
She doesn't care about you, so.
Well, that's because she's fictional, Larry.
So is your avatar, but you still have tentacles.
You guys having a lover's spat? What's going on?
Something like that. I know y'all been cheating on me.
Something's coming. Something dark. That's it.
This is a new beginning. For some, war. For others, power.
It's been a while. Things have
Sabine Wren. Okay.
changed. I started hearing whispers about Thrawn's return.
Ah, they're gonna fuck that character up too.
Probably yes.
We have to prepare for the worst. The Jedi fell a long time ago. There aren't many left.
Perhaps it is time to begin again.
Do you think Disney will still be around by then, or
Yeah.
Disney Plus?
Okay, I'll say this: I don't hate it. I don't hate it right now.
I don't hate it either.
This is just the first thing, though. I mean, you know,
Yeah, no, I know.
every time they start doing one of these shows, they put out a couple of early trailers years ahead of time that look a little bit like, oh, hey, this could be all right, and they get you hooked, and you get into it, and then you end up with Mando season 3.
Yeah,
No, I don't care.
I do agree. I didn't feel that way about the original Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny trailer. I was like, nope, don't like it.
Yeah.
This I'm okay with. We'll see.
Wait, what is it with all the people who have these looks on their faces like, and then there's something terrible is going to happen. Then you have a couple seconds of action. Then you got.
I'm just
something
glad to see a
terrible's
little
gonna
more
happen.
lightsaber fucking battles. Like
Because they can't write, Cat. That's why. It's
Yeah.
because they don't know anything other than shocked expressions and something bad is coming. That's it. That's like you could say almost all of Disney Star Wars pretty much boils down to those two things.
It's literally lightsaber battle, shocked expression, or look of dread. Like, oh my god, feel emotional. Something horrible is going to happen. The Empire.
Real quick,
is
Logical
returning.
Spock, Ryan, are you going to be on with Vets Talk anytime soon again? Yes, I'm always on with Vets Talking. Last Saturday, it was a little late for me. Something came up, so I couldn't make it. We wanted to do something Thursday night after the Trump announcement. Didn't get a chance to do that because Adam was not feeling good. And so obviously it's his channel. We're not going to do anything without him. Even though I'm his co-host. Saturday we should be good though. So it should be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is tomorrow night. So I'll be on with Samuel and Nomi and Kat and pretty much everybody who's on right now. And then of course, yeah. So I'll be on Vets Talking after that. We're probably gonna be talking about a few things. I don't hate it. I'll say this. I don't hate it. Go ahead. I'm just saying right now, I can ride the fence and say I'm open to it. They did have that line of the droid saying let's start again.
Perhaps we should begin again.
Yeah, perhaps we should begin again. I don't know, maybe that's them with a little bit of self-reflection. Maybe. I doubt it, and I'm not going to hold my breath.
I'm projecting that they're just going to restart the Jedi Empire or the Jedi thing again, but it's only going to be the women that's going to start it. Have you noticed that every character was a female?
Yep. Yeah. And I'm gonna go in agreement with Ryan Kennel on this too. What he was saying earlier today was like they keep picking over the carcasses of the discarded EU.
Yep.
Yes.
And they instead of creating something themselves, which may succeed or fail on its own, which is what they're not doing, they are cherry picking nostalgia bait and slapping their characters You know, like Ahsoka, for example, should not be an heir to the Empire.
Nope.
Which is what this is. This is a reskin of Heir to the Empire with Ahsoka at the forefront. You know, which is a damn shame because Thrawn is an incredible villain. If you haven't read it, people, go read the Thrawn trilogy by Timothy Zahn. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just gonna cut his balls off. They are.
Yep. I know. I already see it. And then I know that Sabine was in Rebels, and Sabine live action looks like the stereotypical Hispanic girl that you can find here at the border with that hair color and that outfit and that just like, I don't know, just.
Well, of course she does know. They only think in terms of stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
like there's no creativity to the costumes, like the hair and makeup. It's just so it's, I wouldn't even call it saturated. It's very copy paste.
Right. And you know, and they had a chance with The Force Awakens with to step out of that stereotype bubble of casting people to look a certain way because, you know, such and such a thing. You know, and that chance was telling God, now I can't even remember his name. The stormtrooper.
Oh,
the one who telling his story, making it his story. That would have been incredible.
Yes.
The story of a guy who wasn't a clone. He signed up. He volunteered, right?
Yeah.
Got in over his head and turned against the First Order, which is, you know, obviously a reskin of the fucking Empire. But you know, and then went on his own journey.
Yes.
And helped lead a second rebellion against this burgeoning new empire. That would have been fucking incredible. And I was really excited to see that. And then you get to the second movie and it's just like, oh, they're just going to stick him in the back seat as comic relief and minimize him on the fucking Chinese poster and just kind of forget about him a little bit. And, you know, and that was such a waste. There was so much fucking potential for that character.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't even seen Rise of Skywalker because, you know,
I'm missing
I never got around to watching it because I was just like,
don't watch it.
I wasn't happy with the middle movie. And you know, in the Force Awakens, I got to be honest, I didn't hate the first time I saw it. I really didn't. I remember thinking, I've seen this before back when it was called A New Hope.
Yeah, for real.
You know what, Samuel? Maybe then again, maybe you should watch it. It's like being tortured by those Cenobites you love so much.
No, see, that's enjoyable.
No. Look. At least, The Last Jedi, while it is a terrible Star Wars movie, it's a passable movie. The Rise of Palpatine is a god awful movie and a god awful Star Wars movie. I mean, it is so stupid. It makes absolutely no sense. I'm watching it. I'm going, this just defies all logic. It's imagine two kids are sitting on the floor with a large toy chest, you know, full of toys, and one of them pulls out Optimus Prime. He's like, I got Optimus Prime. And then the other kid, well, I've got Luke Skywalker. Well, I've got Megatron. Well, I've got, you know, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and each one of them is pulling out bigger and bigger toys, and you have no idea where they came from or why. And it's exactly the same thing. Well, Palpatine's got, well, you know what? We've got Rey. Well, we've got Palpatine. Well, we've got this army. Well, we've got, and you're looking at it like, where did this come from? This doesn't even make sense.
No, it doesn't. And it just, they're picking the carcasses, and they've already confirmed that that, you know, the Mando, you know, Mandoverse movie is going to lead into literally the sequel trilogy, and that's being directed by Dave Filoni. As we talked about, Pedro Pascal was not on stage. You know, and of course, Jon Favreau was not on stage, which does make me wonder a little bit. I'm not saying it's probably something that is hugely sorry, I'm pulling up a discussing film again. I'm not saying it's something that's hugely, you know, huge news, but it is interesting because if Dave Filoni is heading it up, and you don't see Jon Favreau on stage for basically what he ultimately created, and he was the writer and the big showrunner with Dave Filoni assisting him. I do have questions. Also, sorry, go ahead.
He's backstage holding Kennedy's purse.
Yeah.
That's where he is. They
He-
have to put him down. They have to put him out of sight because he's, first of all, Favreau's a strong personality. Always has been. You know, he's a good writer and a good director. Not everything he's done has been fantastic, but a lot of it has been. And they know that. And they know that if he steps out, he's going to steal her thunder because nobody fucking likes Kennedy.
No.
Nobody.
Well,
you know, so they have to keep him in the wings.
Did you see where she got very minimal cheers?
I did.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I guarantee if he had walked out before or after her, it would have been even worse for her.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he still garners goodwill to a certain point. Because he doesn't come out and run his mouth and flap his trap like she does. You know, he helped create he literally created the MCU. You know, with Iron Man, the Infinity Saga, you know, whether or not there was a couple duds in there, it was incredible.
That doesn't matter. Those duds wouldn't have existed if he had not been successful with a huge gamble in the first place.
Yeah, it was a fucking massive gamble. And this is and stuff like this is where I start getting concerned because you have obviously James Mangold, who yes, is a good director. However, he's the director for Indiana Jones 5. And he's the one who's flipped out on Twitter saying all these rumors aren't true. Indiana Jones isn't going to die. Phoebe Waller-Bridge isn't going to, take over the mantle, blah, 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 blah. And he's getting a Star Wars film that's inspired by Ben-Hur and the 10 Commandments.
What the fuck?
It's a chance to tell the entire story of its own. The birth of the Force. Where did it come from? How is it found? And who was the first Jedi? I'm gonna say it's a woman.
Of course, it's a woman. God damn it!
Wait a minute. Wasn't that the premise of some movie that they wanted to make Brie Larson like some kind of Jedi god or the first Jedi or something like that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
That sounds like an offshoot of what Kennedy wanted to do.
I know that Brie Larson is kind of in hot water a little bit lately. The shine is off the apple, so to speak, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they haven't given up on her. So it's one of those things. I don't know. I really don't.
I think I heard something about this. I did not hear the Ben-Hur 10 Commandments comparison, but I think they said that this was supposed to be set something like 25,000 years before Luke Skywalker in the Battle of Yavin 4. As far back as any of the EU has gone, has only ever been about 4,000 or 5,000 years.
Yeah, well, Knights of the Old Republic takes place 4,000 years before the.
That's what I'm talking about.
The Galactic Empire takes rise, and as somebody who loves the original Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2, I always wanted Knights of the Old Republic 3. They humped the bunk on that. They came out with the Old Republic. It's still not terrible. No, I don't want them to.
I don't. Yeah, they shouldn't be fucking with it. They shouldn't be fucking with it.
I saw an article that said, they acknowledge that the Old Republic exists and fans are so excited. No, we're not.
No, because it also means that they're going to get into fucking up Tales of the Jedi, which involves some excellent characters. One of whom shares a name with you, Nomi, and which was about 2,300 years before the Battle of Yavin 4. So it takes place after, Knights of the Old Republic, but the Old Republic is still a thing at this point. But so they want to go so far back that they can say this is the same shit that they always do with like they did with Doctor Who. Gary's always talking about Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
They go back and they're like, oh well, the first Doctor was in fact a black little girl and not this person who has always been established in canon as being the first Doctor.
Here you go. Here's the timeline I was looking for. Go ahead, Samuel. And then
they have to, if they want to control everything, then they have to go so far back that no matter what anybody says, anything that comes after that still, we did it first.
Yeah.
This is a lovely timeline here.
Oh God.
So the Old Republic is what everybody knows.
Yeah.
And then the High Republic, which nobody gives a shit about. Fall of the Jedi is what they're calling the prequels, Revenge of the Sith, all that stuff. Reign of the Empire, Age of the Rebellion, the New Republic, and the Rise of the First Order. Okay, so we have Revan, we have Bastila, we have Carth Onasi, stuff like that. Nobody cares. we have
There's a rock.
Yeah, Geode. I forgot about.
Oh God, why?
If they made a Geode action figure,
and a ship named Ship.
Hey, I could get you a Geode. I could get you a Geode action figure for $50.
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't exist because they didn't make it. But if they made a
I can
Geode
make it
action,
for you.
it's called a fucking rock.
I
want those fucking retards to make an actual Geode so I could buy it for like, they'll be like, nobody's buying it $8. Like it's like watching the Rose Ticos, and again, that's not Kelly Marie Tran's fault that her action figure sells for $3. So Geode in the High Republic, you got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, you have a Qui-Gon Jinn, you have Anakin Skywalker, you have Padme Amidala, then of course Darth Vader, you got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia. Then of course the Age of the Rebellion is where things get a little more muddled. That's kind of like Rebels and not just Rebels. What's the other one I'm looking for? The Mandalorian, stuff like that. Ahsoka. Then of course the New Republic is of course just pre to that, and then the First Order is the sequel trilogy. So but yes, this is where they lump this in right here. Before the Old Republic, Dawn of the Jedi. With James Mangold, who's obviously going to treat Harrison Ford awesomely. And of course, this is the best part. This is my favorite part right fucking here. The Rey Skywalker movie. Sharmeen Obaid, a Chinoy Star Wars film, will follow the establishing of a new Jedi Order 15 years after the rise of Skywalker.
Yep. And then they are replacing Luke Skywalker's role with her.
Yep.
Because she gained a lot of experience and learned a lot about herself in 15 years.
And she was so popular.
She was so liked.
I mean, this is like I said, Ahsoka aside, I'm not gonna. What the hell is Skeleton Crew? What is this crap? Does anybody know what the fuck this is?
No,
nope. Never heard of it.
No,
don't care.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew. Okay, like.
I mean, if it's like a lower deck set on the Executor, that would be kind of neat. I would probably watch that just for kicks, but it's probably not that.
Star Wars Skeleton Crew. What is this?
Samuel, you can write one. Star Wars, we're all doomed.
First peek at Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Star Wars, I don't give a damn.
Okay, so Skeleton Crew has John Watts, David Lowery, the Daniels.
Yeah. Star Wars: Revenge of the Corpus.
Who the hell's the Daniels?
Oh, I know. Those are the two guys who wrote and directed
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a white guy and an Asian guy, and they're both named Daniel.
Which is a pretty good movie, actually, but
I haven't seen it. I've heard about it, so I just need to get around.
I liked it. It's got some messaging in it, but I think overall it's well constructed enough that you can overlook that for the most part, and it's very dense, so you kind of have to pay attention the whole time because there's always something in every shot that may or may not be. I mean, it is very dense and very extremely well edited.
Oh God.
What?
Star Wars Skeleton Crew follows a group of kids who go on an adventure throughout the galaxy.
I bet they're exploring their sexuality too.
Yep.
I bet you they're
Disney
gender
owns
queer.
John Watts suggested the idea to Jon Favreau during the production on Far From Home.
I'm tired of all this. I really am.
Same.
I am too. I'm not joking.
I won't be watching any of this stuff. The last Disney Star Wars thing I watched was season 2 of Mandalorian, and I never saw, as I mentioned, Rise of Skywalker. I have zero interest in Star Wars going forward. I don't even really care that much to go see the original movies anymore. And even if I could find ones that haven't been altered at some point, which is very difficult to do unless you own like original copies of the original releases. But
you have to have like original VHSs
like, I have the last version of the set of VHS tapes of the original trilogy before they spliced Hayden Christensen into Return of the Jedi. That is the farthest back I can find.
Yep. I do too. It's an there was a silver for widescreen and there was a gold for full screen and as
I had the gold.
I had the gold too because as a stupid kid I thought full screen was better, and then of course I grew up 5 years later and realized
Dude, TVs were square back then.
They were square. Yeah, I know. They were square as fuck, but still, like, you know, it's like. But yeah, no, the silver ones were better, and that did not have Hayden fucking Christensen in it. I had the gold, the gold 3 DVD, VHSs. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the tapes. I just don't have the
too.
case that they came in.
No, still have the case. They're in storage. They're in storage. They're still in good condition too.
Yeah, I have. Let me put it this way. I have a collection of VHS tapes that is sickeningly huge, and almost all of them are still in pristine working order, despite the fact that I've played a bunch of them a bunch of times. I mean, I have a copy of Creature from the Black Lagoon with Julia Adams that I bought in a freaking grocery store as an impulse buy in 1987 in Nebraska. That still plays like the day I fucking bought it.
Because VHS was always better. I remember arguing that the library should keep VHS, not go Blu-ray or DVD, because those things would get destroyed.
Yeah, they had a much longer shelf life as long as you didn't leave them out in the sun or the cold, and you were fine. I have 2 working 4-head VCRs too, so like, you know, I'm good to go. I have a number of movies on VHS that I have never replaced with another medium because they work just fine.
I will not. I refuse to buy movies that I want on digital. I won't do it.
Same. I will buy
Netflix, Amazon, great, fine. It's great. It's easy access, but no, I will never ever because trust me, they're gonna do the Disney treatment, and they're gonna change shit. They're gonna fucking put warnings on them, like going, please be warned that this may have racial and ethnic slurs in it, and of course this amount. Just like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Well, and with deepfake technology, they can just straight up alter scenes.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any other comments on the lovely topics we covered tonight? Excuse me,
I do have a couple things I'd like to clear up real quick. So that image that I sent to you earlier at the beginning, at the top of the show, that you showed. So I kind of got the feeling you guys took that as like a you know, Disney employee was showing himself to a specific individual kid, because that's not the case. The mouse represents what the company is doing to children everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, there are Disney employees who have done that. And,
yes, there are.
And
yes, there are. But that wasn't the point of the cartoon.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that either. I've seen that before.
I knew what you were talking about, because trust me, we've been covering this Disney nonsense for a long time, and of course, obviously, Tom was one of the founding members of this show. So we've been talking about the fact that like Disney cast members have been getting like busted right and left with doing with inappropriate things involving children.
Right.
Not saying all of them, obviously, because that would just be asinine. But no, Disney is attracting a certain group of.
It absolutely is, but that cartoon is more about the content that Disney puts out and what it is encouraging and what it is inculcating in children, and you know, hell, I saw a thing earlier today where a professor at San Francisco State University said, and this was like a day before all that shit happened, flat out said that you know, they called it communism back in the day. It's what's known as woke today.
Yeah.
Agreed. 1000%.
Let me just
go ahead.
No, I have to say, I'm just truly amazed how much little the wokes, well, the people outside the normies know. Like a couple years back, I was talking about Star Wars, and a guy I work with is like, yeah, people don't like it because they're racist. I'm like, have you actually listened to Star Wars fans? Star Wars fans are pissed off that Finn didn't, got done dirty. How is that racist?
Got done fucking dirty.
Yeah,
Finn got screwed over.
Yeah.
Now you got me ready to rant.
So but to have this guy, this tall white guy, be like, yeah, people don't like Star Wars because they're racist. Like, on the contrary, dude, have you actually listened to Star Wars fans? Then I was just talking to someone about what's going on with Disney, and there's like, yeah, Ron DeSantis is totally gonna lose this one. Yeah, Disney's gonna totally kick. I was like, looking at him like. And they're like, they're like, Disney. I'm trying to, like, you realize just how bad things have been going for Disney. No, this person's totally off there. I was like, you realize nearly every one of their last couple of movies has lost money. and people don't know that. I'm like, what? How?
Oh my god!
Wow! But the
Wait,
one
wait.
about, I mean, I am amazed by how little people. You realize what Disney's doing? No, these people.
Just drink some water, Kat.
No,
Just calm
it
down.
blows my mind. I mean, like, just the
Drink
fact,
all the
like,
water.
I'm like, and the fact that this person doesn't even realize just what Disney did, and that maybe Ron DeSantis, which, by the way, if you read his book, because Geeky Sparkles and Neon bring this up in Clownfish TV, it's like, why did Ron DeSantis go after Disney now? It's like, just out of revenge. He actually explains why in his book. He says it gives him, before the whole thing where Disney spoke out, nobody had a reason to rock the boat. They were like, yeah, things are good. We're not going to rock the boat. We don't have a reason. He had to deal with the Florida legislature. The moment Disney spoke up against the parental rights and education bill, then it gave them a motivation. So that's when he could approach them and they would be open to listening. Otherwise, they would have been like, yeah, why are we going to change things? Things are working the way they are. So it isn't entirely. It didn't initially start out entirely with Ron DeSantis being vindictive. It started as him taking an opportunity to do something that should have been done for years. They just were too lazy to do it.
Well, I think that there's probably something to that, Kat, but there's also, I mean, him saying, for example, the fight is far from over. That's exactly the kind of thing that every single politician says when they're looking to run again. So I mean, that's just fucking rhetoric, man. That doesn't mean anything.
No, well, I mean, initially it didn't start that way. Now it's grown. But to have somebody be like,
just for the record, Logical Spock says, you look so pretty, Nomi.
Not as pretty as you, Ryan.
Wow. I don't have a blushing thing. I need to get.
By the way, my rant got derailed.
All right, so you want me to bring it back? They said that Star Wars was racist. That the only people who didn't like Star Wars were racist.
No, we were talking about the fact that
Finn got fucked over, basically.
Finn was probably the most interesting character, a stormtrooper who decided to defect and become a good guy, and he ultimately had all hail Princess Nomi. God,
he had the thing that got
crown,
me was,
woman. You're gonna have to wear the crown next week.
All right, be a Jedi. No, hold on. Let
Larry, go ahead. Sorry, I'm sorry, Larry.
I want to hear it. I want to hear his take.
Thank you. What I was gonna say is he had legit chemistry with Rey, and they killed it to pair her up with Ben Solo, and those two had no chemistry whatsoever.
Yes.
And the main thing that pissed me off about Ben Solo is not once did his eyes turn Sith yellow.
Yeah.
All the stuff he did, it should have turned when he killed his dad. That should have pushed him over.
Yes.
Yep.
Because even when you go back and watch Revenge of the Sith, when Anakin killed all those kids, he turned around, a tear went down his eyes, but his eyes changed.
Yep.
And I was like, and for him to be under that other guy, for him to have a lightsaber that is incomplete, and his emperor was talking him up about how great he is, how the hell do you not know how to finish your lightsaber?
He had a cracked kyber crystal. That was the problem.
He can't go get another one.
Well, that was part of the plot of The Force Awakens, is that the First Order was snatching up all the kyber crystals to power their world killer weapon.
Yeah.
And they couldn't give him one. He's running them.
Yeah, he had a cracked kyber crystal. His crossbarred lightsaber was actually an ancient, supposedly,
which is a shitty design. That's why it wasn't used anymore. But
yeah, I mean, it was fine for the fact that, like, when he kind of actually he drove like the part of the exhaust vent into Finn's shoulder, that was kind of cool. But no, the whole entire cracked kyber crystal thing, so it was like, it was just like fucking like frantic, was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought Finn was going to be a Jedi. I was so
we all did.
He's force sensitive. He was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And him and Rey and I don't like Jar Jar Abrams at all, but him and Rey were supposed to have a romantic storyline.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what happened is China didn't want him to be a Jedi.
No, because they don't like black people.
They had a problem with him being on the poster.
I think Tencent had something to do with some of the backing there too.
Well, yeah, because they don't like black people. That's legitimate. China does not like black people.
No, they don't.
And I don't understand it. It's like, what did we do to you?
They don't.
Not
they
a
don't
damn
like,
thing.
They don't like white people either. They don't like change.
Yeah, y'all didn't do anything to the Chinese.
They don't like change, so they don't like quarters.
They're
dimes,
racist.
Pennies, nothing.
Yeah,
they don't like white. They don't like white people because of your color, but they like the stuff that you create, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And dare you make a black character a Jedi Knight? Because they will cut off all funding ties to that.
Yeah.
No, I would say Disney's also the ones who are racist.
The CCP does not like black people.
No.
They don't like white people either. But guess what? They're because the CCP takes home 50% of the box office from Hollywood.
Right.
They're like going, no, it's 55%. I'm sorry. They take home like 55%. They're like, oh, bring all the movies over here. But no, they do not embrace other ethnicities. They do not like black people.
They don't even like other ethnicities of Chinese.
Which is why they have the Uyghur, what's happening with the Uyghur Muslims.
And the
because they're
Hans.
not- Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a caste system over there.
They-
It's just
they
as bad
don't
as
like
India.
fucking Japanese people and like Indian people. They just don't. The CCP is literally is a form of fascism, much like the Heil.
Yes, and yet they say that Americans are racist. This is a melting pot. Where
This is also privileged white, not just white, privileged Americans who went through the American collegiate system.
The only people who say that are Americans who've never been anywhere ever.
Never been to another fucking country in their whole entire life.
No, you know what? As I said with family, I know it's the colleges because, like I said, I know Muslim Arabs who are like all into this nonsense. It's like, wait a minute, you're Middle Eastern, and yet you're so caught up in this nonsense.
Well,
It's like,
Kat,
that doesn't
that's
make
because
sense.
the commies run the colleges, and the commies are looking to make everything fall apart over here.
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta get into the schools. That's where they started.
That's how they started, and this is like early. What we're in right now is early communism, because back in the day, with communism, they distracted the youth. They're like, just change their minds, just get them hyper excited about sex, which is what's going on right now in today's culture. Is like, I am transgender, I'm this, that. So they're distracted by this. So they're relying on the people and the institution to give them the education so they can take full control of the individual.
Yeah, we're just now getting to the stages where they no longer feel the need to hide it because they've already accomplished everything they had to behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
They've been pulling this shit for over 100 years in this country.
And
since before the Second World War, since before the rise of the USSR as a power.
And history is bound to repeat itself again.
But there's a cycle. Like democracy always gives way to socialism, always gives way to communism, always gives way to totalitarianism, always gives way to revolution.
I'm a bit more optimistic, and I truly believe that people will fight. They'd rather fight and die.
I think that they will fight and they will die.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely not. I do not. I am incapable of being silent. That's the problem. I am incapable of. You tell me I can't say something, I'm gonna say it because.
And I think there's more people that feel that way than what the media and the government knows.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that again.
Because what I hear in the streets from people who are registered Democrats is a lot different than what the media is telling me that these people think. Because a lot of people that back in 2020, everything I told them, it was like talking to brick walls, and every last one of them, some of which are waving rainbow flags, or have come to me and said, "We are dummies. We never should have did what we did." They're starting to see what everybody else was saying.
Yeah. Well, that brings me back to something I had said earlier. When I said that I can't wait for the day that Disney is a bad memory, I was not saying that it was going to happen in 5 years, 10 years, even maybe 30 to 50 years. I'm saying that there will come a time. Look at the long view. All things fall.
Yep.
Oh,
there will come a time when Disney is long gone and forgotten. It will happen. I'm not, I wasn't thinking that, oh, well, yeah, if we just, boycott the parks, they'll all fall apart. No, that's not going to fucking happen anytime soon. Probably not within my grandchildren's lifetimes, but it will.
Well, I guess if WWE got bought out, I never thought Vince would sell that company, and he did. I never thought he would do it.
UFC. And when I actually trained at WWE NXT when it was located in Tampa, Florida, before it went from FCW to NXT, they were trying to compete with UFC because they're like, well, we want to change the holds up, we want things to be a little more realistic, we don't want to do as gimmicky kind of stuff. And I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. You're never going to be UFC because UFC is literal real combatives. Now, I'm not saying that the professional wrestling doesn't hurt. Trust me, I've done it. It hurts. You take your bumps, your bruises, and if you fuck up, you whoop.
Yeah, a buddy of mine used to do it.
Easily
He
paralyze
got put in a coma.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that you have to be highly trained. It's just a different style. It is a very highly athletic sport, but it's also entertainment. It's not meant to,
it's choreography.
Yeah. But
it's high level choreography, and it's very strenuous, but
it's very strenuous. I remember the first time I actually ever had a simulated match. They always tell you have what's called the high spot and you have low spots. High spots are meant to be exciting. Low spots are meant to give you and the audience a little bit of a rest. Well, the thing is though, is that as somebody who's green, that's basically new to the sport. If you go too fast, I went too fast. I almost got sick to my stomach because I was actually, I couldn't, I had, my mouth was dry. I was just like, oh God. And I actually, on the ground, I kind of like, and I was like, don't throw up in the ring. Don't throw up in the ring. And it's like, you have to, it's controlled choreography because endurance is massive in it. It's not. And,
but it's more of a dance than it is a fight.
It is. It's absolutely more of a dance. But it's a dance that hurts. Because trust me, I actually have photos of so I got the Ric Flair chops. I got about 5 of them. I had handprints on my shit for fucking weeks. Where they broke blood vessels. I'll have to show you guys next week the photos. I can pull them up.
Yeah, I want to see that for sure.
I got a splash in the corner.
Nomi wants to see where he got spanked.
It wasn't.
Ryan, I took a splash. You remember Ezekiel Jackson?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I took a splash in the corner from him. Tell you how hard he hit me later on in the event that we were at. That same turnbuckle where he splashed me broke while a wrestler was he was climbing up on the rope. He was climbing up and it snapped and he fell on the back of his head.
Yep.
Ooh.
I was does anybody remember Ricardo Rodriguez?
I do. I bet him.
So I was actually training with Ricardo Rodriguez, and being green, and him being a cool guy, he was a great guy. He actually called my match, my big recorded match and stuff like that at NXT. Anyway, I screwed up and I actually popped him in the face with my arm going for a clothesline, and he's like, and he looked at me and he's like, hey, he's like, look, dude, he's like, I get it. He's like, you're working hard. He's like, you get one. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you get one mistake. If you pop me again, I'm going to pop you back. And I was like, is that the rule? And he's like, that's the rule. I said, all right, guess what? I didn't pop him again by accident. And he's not a big guy. I'm well bigger than he is, but you know what? It doesn't mean he won't haul off and fucking hit me in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how you learn. It's kind of like the military. It's corrective training. But anyway.
So that's why I was in an amateur cage fighting circuit, nothing professional. We didn't get paid or anything like that when I was in my 20s. And I really enjoyed that probably more. I'm not so much into the pageantry of things as I am into if I hit that guy in the throat, I win.
Well, I mean, trust me. You know what? I've wanted to. I've been in several different kind of I guess. I've always wanted to take MMA though. I've never done that. I've tried boxing. I got long arms. I'm a big guy. But I always wanted to try like Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And unfortunately,
it's fun.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's somebody down here who actually runs a gym, and now that I'm moving, I'm kind of bummed out. But he actually
there are gyms in Colorado.
No, I know, but I think the guy, I'm gonna get the name wrong, I swear to God, but the guy trained with like Horse Gracie or something like that. Some big fucking name, and he's a guy who's not as big, but he's a big name still, and he runs a gym here, and I met somebody who knows him at church, and I was like, fuck, you know. And but now that I'm moving, it's not.
Yeah, there's no reason you can't go introduce yourself and shake the man's hand, though.
No, that's a good point. It's a good point. Especially because I'm probably going to be here for another month and a half. Okay, so does anybody have any other Star Wars stuff? Anything they want to talk about? I mean, we're at 2 hours. I don't want to hold anybody up. You know, this is usually our mark.
Honestly, I just don't care about Star Wars. I cannot. At this point, even when it looks cool, you know they're going to mess it up. So no matter how cool the trailer looks, it's like, yeah, but I know you guys really don't. You have an agenda you haven't learned. I don't know what's. Yeah.
Take your medicine. It'll be okay.
Red Bull shot in the evening. Red Bull shot in the evening.
I need another can. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. I need another can.
How many Red Bulls do you go through a day?
Honestly, I go through more during Ramadan. I go through 3 cans every night.
Every night?
Almost every night. Not every night, but nearly every night.
Wait. How many a day? I thought we had a discussion that you had like
2 or 3.
2 to 3 like a day.
Yeah.
Which is
That seems excessive.
It's a little excessive, but
yeah.
I mean, seeing as how it's banned in like 19 countries.
You know
because
what's
it's
funny though too?
Yes, it is.
She eats like garbage, like Anna, that Star Wars girl, but she's fucking thin as a fucking rail. I don't get it.
I don't understand how.
It's my job. I run around all day.
No,
and then
how? I mean, I run around all day too, but if I drink that, like, it's gonna go straight to my hips, and I'm gonna be bloated and like miserable the whole time. And I know I'm gonna be puffy because it's like my whole body's inflamed because of that drink.
It's a combination of genetics and metabolism and spite.
Spite.
Oh, a lot of spite. I got a lot of spite. I bike 5 miles a day usually. I mean, during Ramadan, I've been riding my.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I forgot about that.
I forgot you bike to work. God bless you. That's good.
5 miles is a lot too. So, but like 5 miles total, or like
5 miles total, so 2.5 miles each way.
Oh, okay, I was just like, man, 10 miles a day. Okay, then I'll give you that.
Well, even 5 miles a day is a pretty good chunk. You're talking about burning probably in the neighborhood of what? It would be 12,000 steps on probably a Fitbit. So.
Yeah, I once did a Fitbit. A couple times I did it at work, and I could not believe it. I thought this has to be a joke. There's no way. And it was something like 16 miles of walking a day.
Yeah.
I was like, when you really think about it, if I work 8 hours, half an hour per mile, yeah. So I walk between. So putting aside just the 5 miles of biking, add the between 10 and 16 miles of walking a day.
Yeah, I used to do something similar at my old job, and now that I work mostly from home, you got to change it up. Okay, so
I couldn't do that. In fact, I that's one of the reasons why everyone's like, why don't you go into software, or why don't you go into that? It's like, because I could not sit at a desk. Even when I worked at the library, I would get up every 15 minutes. Like I was doing cataloging, the Dewey Decimal numbers. When you go to a library, you got the number. Yeah, I would get up every 15 minutes because I could not sit still.
It's a little different working for yourself, and building something on your own, because it makes it easier. Now, I'm not saying that what I'm doing is like vastly successful. I'm not like Gary or anything like that. Not even fucking close. But I have the finances to do what I've been doing, and the only thing I would ever actually leave this to do would be to be a police officer again, because I really enjoyed doing it, and I really liked helping people, and not in the sense of pulling people out of their cars and beating the shit out of them, because that's just horse shit. But
that part's just not fun.
It's not fun. First off, you risk getting yourself killed or them, and 2, it's like 8 days of paperwork. Like I don't understand these officers who are like all gung ho, like, oh, I pulled you over. Are you getting mouthy with me, boy? It's like, who cares if they're getting mouthy with you?
All the paper cuts just ain't worth it.
Yeah.
It's like they might be having a bad day, guy. Take it easy. Be like, ma'am, I realize you're upset. Can I get those documents from you?
Now, if the guy you pulled over pulls a gun on you,
that's very different.
Then that's different. Yeah. But if you catch him going 5 over the limit, that's perfect.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 10 over the limit in the fucking car. So keep up, fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the cops that drive under the speed limit. They do like 5 under the speed limit because nobody will pass them. I'm literally one of the first guys on the interstate to be like going, okay, you're under the speed limit. I'm gonna do 5 over the speed limit and I'm passing you. And then everybody's like,
okay, we can do it.
Yeah. Everybody's like, wait, he passed him. He's like, I can pass him too. And it's like you get like a couple of people get brave balls, and it's like, dude, who fucking cares?
It ain't like that out here. You do 1 mile over the speed limit, you are guaranteed to get pulled over, and they will take the shit out of you.
Right? You're so up north.
That's most of the time that's state patrol. I know what you're talking about. Most of the
time,
a
lot of in-town cops will do it too. Sheriff's departments are actually, or sheriff's deputies are pretty cool about a lot of things for the most part, but
they don't have a quota. Most sheriff's departments don't have an actual ticket quota,
but the HP and the city cops do.
No, well, my dad was telling me about a road in our town where it's like if you cross over, so on one side it's 35 and on the other it's like 25. And it's like you cross this one main street, but the sign that shows the decrease in speed limit is like really hard to see. And my father brought it up to the sheriff, and she's like, "Yeah, they did it on purpose just to catch people."
Yep, it's called speed trap.
Yep. It's like, screw you.
Now, I will say that there was one time I got pulled over and it was absolutely justified.
Yeah.
The rest of the times I got pulled over was usually for some bullshit, mostly out of my control, that kind of thing, and didn't really have much to do with me aside from their quotas or whatever. But there was one time it happened that it absolutely was I was in the wrong. I was doing, I think, 92 miles an hour going south on I-25 right after a hailstorm. So there was all these like marble-sized hailstones all over the fucking all over the road and all that, which of course turns your car into a roller skate that you can't control. I got pulled over then, and I had that coming.
25. I'm sorry, I-25 is only like 75 miles an hour too, right, Max?
It depends on where you are. In Wyoming, there's several sections of the interstates that are actually 80 miles an hour, but they're not for the entire length of the interstate through the state. It's just portions of it. So you really have to be paying attention to what the speed limits are, because if you go from an 80 mile an hour zone to a 75 or a 70 mile an hour zone and you don't slow down, you are getting nailed.
Radar detectors, people. Radar detectors. Get them.
Yeah.
I endorse
those. Wait. I have by far the best getting pulled over story of all of you. By far.
I bet you can't top mine.
No, you can't top mine.
Okay.
Wait.
First.
I was riding my bicycle and I got pulled over.
For what?
What were you doing?
Were you going the wrong way down on the wrong side of the road or something?
Were you doing
the police officer was just totally shocked to see someone riding a bicycle on the side of the highway.
Why were you on the highway?
No, it wasn't even the highway. It was like a main road. It wasn't even a highway. It was just a busy road. It was like some big...
Okay, well, hold on.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm biking over to there." I was on the side of the street. I was on the right side too. I was like going in the direction of traffic. So it wasn't like I was facing traffic or anything. And I heard a police car doing the lights and the sirens. And
basically he just wanted your number?
No, he didn't even ask me. He's just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm biking here because I don't remember where I was going."
Some county roads actually count as highways. So
no, it wasn't a highway. It was just a really busy road. It was like a pretty busy road. I can't remember. I think it was either.
That's not that bad. It sounds.
You must have different rules out there, because like biking on the side of the highway or the interstate or any road is totally legal as long as you're going with traffic and you stay in the far right lane.
Yeah.
No, I've biked on the highway. So no, I've actually biked on the side of the highway. I was going to Staples to pick something up. But no, I was biking on the side. I guess he just didn't expect to see someone on a bicycle on this street. And so, like I said, he wasn't like, he didn't ask me for anything. He was just like, where are you going? What are you doing? It's like, I just was shocked to see someone on a bicycle. I'm like, yeah, I don't have a car. And I was going over there. And it was just like, he's like, okay. Just be careful. I'm like, okay. I was wearing a bicycle helmet too. So Muggsy Kids was asking me. Yeah, I was going to actually take a picture of it just to show it off. I do have a bicycle helmet. I will not ride my bicycle without a bicycle helmet.
He pulled you over trying to figure out why the fuck you're riding on the side of this busy ass road. Probably because you'll get fucking mowed over. Nomi, let's try your crazy story.
Yeah.
I was coming back home from Arizona with my mom and her friend. And I was the one who was driving, and I was going 95 on a 75.
Jesus, woman!
Damn!
God.
Okay, I did that intentionally, yes. And my mom didn't say anything. The reason why I was going 95, because at that time, that was like 2020 that had happened. Yeah, so in 2020, in February, before no 2021, wow, yeah, 2021 happened, February 2021. We were coming back home, and at that time a New Mexico State police officer was shot and killed on the line of duty on the highway that we were on. And it happened the day before we were coming back from Arizona. And the officer that was killed was in Albuquerque for autopsy, and they were bringing him back to southern New Mexico. So my mom and I wanted to make it to the motorcade of him passing so we can show our respect that, we support police officers. I did get pulled over by a county sheriff, and he's like, I have every right to arrest you right now. I was like, I know. Okay, not even that. I gave him my information. He went to his truck. He came back to the car, and he's like, Miss, I'm going to ask you to step out of your vehicle. And then that's when my mom lost it. She's like, no, what if she did nothing wrong? She only spent we'll pay the ticket, whatever. So I got out. We walked to the truck. I was like, man, I really am getting arrested. And he's like, hey, yeah, I can't. I have to give you a ticket at least. I do have the right to arrest you, but the fact that you're going to go support the police officer, I do believe you. And given your history with law enforcement, being a supporter, I won't. I'll let it slide. So I only got like $100 ticket because I was speeding pretty bad. But we made it in time to support the fallen officer and the family, and that's why.
You dropped family information. That's what you did.
You were hanging with you mentioned you were hanging with geeks and gamers.
No. It's I dropped some. I didn't drop. That's the thing. I didn't drop my name, and my
you gave him your name.
Here's the thing. My surname is such a unique surname that it's not really recognizable where I'm from. So when you see it, you're like, oh, I actually know where you're coming from and who you're related to. So I didn't have to say anything. I don't really drop my last name for anything.
We got a criminal on the panel.
There's a lot of things that I've done in my life that you guys don't know.
Well, yeah.
I know, I
Me
know
too.
this. I know this. If we ever drive anywhere, you're not driving.
No, I can also say, like, do you know who this guy is? Okay. So I've only gotten 2 tickets in my life. But I was coming back home from Albuquerque, and a friend was with me, and sure enough, I got pulled over by a state officer, and the state officer who pulled me over ended up being my cousin.
Oh God.
So like he got to the side of the window, he's like, oh my God. We're like, oh my gosh. So I actually got out of the car and we hugged it out. We talked about it. It's like, yeah, how's my tia? Yeah, how's my uncle? And then he's like, yeah, okay, you know what? Just watch out. There's other officers here. We hugged it out and I went on my very merry way.
So this is the last time Nomi's gonna be on the panel. I kid.
No, I had something similar where stores have people with radios on, right? And they tell them, someone's acting suspicious in the store. You don't keep your eye on them because the best deterrent to theft is to talk to the people, right? So you go up to stores like that guy's acting a little funny. You might want so they realize that you're watching them, so they might stop. So they're going on the radio like there's this guy walking around. He's looking suspicious. I go over to the department they're saying he's in. I go, wait a minute, I know this guy. Like, yeah, don't worry about it. This is my father's cousin's son. We're family.
That happened. And like being in a Mexican community as well, like especially where I live, I'm related to everyone. And that's not even a joke. Like the other day, I went to go have dinner with some friends. I ran into 5 people who stopped me, hugged me, and they're all my cousins. And I was like, yeah, I haven't seen them in like 10 years. And so, yeah. And it's funny because I was dating someone and he came to visit me here. And we went to go see Luke Combs in concert. And at the stadium, not the stadium, but the arena that he was playing at, I stopped every 5 seconds because I knew everyone in the area. And we finally got to our seats and the guy I was dating is like, so are you related to everybody here? It's like, yeah.
Hey, I just can't get over you got to see Matt Walsh in person. I am so jealous. I love his books. I am so jealous.
Yeah, he was really good. It was a good discussion. It was very civil. That's what I was kind of happy about. There were protesters, but the protesters were actually decent. They were shouting, but they didn't get aggressive or anything. And there were state police officers around, just to make sure it didn't get out of hand. I did recognize a couple of the undercovers. NMSU PD did a good job. Yeah, it was a good talk, and just the craziness of people who were like the AMT guy. I was like, okay, like he kind of owned you on that question. Like, if someone with a penis calls you and tells you, like, I'm having a miscarriage, how are you going to test him for that?
Yeah. No, well, I responded to that and I said, if you're lying on an intensive care unit bed and a doctor needs to insert a Foley catheter, which is by the one that goes into your bladder so you don't, I'm pretty sure all this gender queer, non-binary, I'm a woman, not a, is going to go out the window when the doctor's holding up the catheter and going, all right, which one am I inserting? The penis or the...
Okay.
Just saying. I mean, no, seriously, if you're lying on an intensive care unit bed, I think all of that's going to go out of the window when it comes down to...
We need to talk about rotting somebody off the range, okay? Up the pee hole, not a good conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
but
me as a former pre-med student who really likes medicine still, I'm just saying, yeah. There's some things that it doesn't matter how you feel. Yeah, you don't want to put a risk on it.
I wouldn't want to put a risk on any of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is my life that I'm putting your hands into, so please take care of me.
I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be ridiculously uncomfortable if they try to use the wrong one.
Nomi, did a certain person get a chance to go with you, or did that not happen? And I'm only saying that in the interest of them not being.
They were around. They weren't able to go into attendance, but they were around.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool that you guys got to do that. All right, we are. Logical Spock says later, which we're gonna do the same thing. There'll be med beds to fix all the trans people later. Oh, he says later. I thought he was saying later, like we gotta go. Well, we're at 2.5 hours now, so let's go around the horn. We're gonna go with the corpus marketing director, Hijabi Gamer, who supports the incarceration of the Jews because she goes with the game.
Wow.
We're very profit driven. If whoever it is, regardless, if they bring us profit, then we will support them. On the other end, if you want unnecessary elective medical procedures, we will boot you out an airlock because we don't waste our time. We
those are highly profitable, right?
It's the difference between us. No. Yeah, no, it's highly profitable. That's why for our customer base, but our employees don't.
You think this is highly profitable? Just wait till you see the other bill.
I'm just saying,
why do you think they're pushing it?
If our employees have no choice in the matter, we don't waste our time because that.
Talk about the corpus again.
If you can afford such procedures, clearly we are paying you too much. On the other hand, our customers, go right ahead and spend all the money you want. It's the same thing with me. It's in the store. I will pay as little as possible. But if I had somebody who wanted to buy The Last of Us, the remaster, the $70 one for PS5, and I'm like, you can.
Okay.
And I'm like, you can get the PS4 version for $20. They're basically the same thing. She's like, no, I want the 7. I'm like, okay, fine. It's no loss on my part. You want to spend $70 for a $20 experience? Go right ahead.
I know. It's fucking $60 on Steam. And I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
So there's the PS4 version and the PS5 version. PS4 version is $20. They barely did anything for the PS5 version. Woman was insistent she wanted the PS5 version. I'm like, okay, go ahead. You want more money for us? Go right ahead.
People just say this. People spend their money on stupid shit, i.e., certain ideologies. No, sorry, Kat. Real quick, go ahead. What else you want to say? I was going to hand it over to
So tomorrow I'm going to be live streaming very early because I might start live streaming a little early because I have the Mario movie at noon, so I need to leave at around 11:30. And then after I come back from the Mario movie, I'll live stream some more. Then I have Screaming Into the Void with Samiel the Infamous. So yes, I'm probably gonna see the Mario movie, and I probably will actually end up seeing it twice because my family's gonna see it next week, and I definitely want to see it with them. Sunday is our usual Warframe live stream. Muggsykins usually drops in, which is awesome because she's really good at the game. She's better than me at Warframe, which is crazy because she's been playing it a lot less. So we'll be live streaming Warframe. Yeah, she's good. I mean, there's some things on Sunday I gotta ask her, like, how she knows different types. Play Warframe, Nomi.
I haven't downloaded it yet.
Download Warframe, Nomi. Then Thursday I'm leaving Merry Madness primarily to Shadow because Ramadan isn't over for like 2 weeks. And so I have to leave for like an hour. So it's like primarily him until I finish Ramadan. But we have Merry Madness and hopefully we don't start arguing again. We and him, we seem to be able to butt heads.
The last 2 weeks, you two have been at each other's friggin' throats.
He drives me nuts. He's so Look,
when are you guys getting married?
No, we would kill each other. Yeah. But we are so alike. That's the problem.
That's gonna be a clip from now on. I'm gonna put you two on fucking heads of people getting married. Also, I'm gonna find a Mario Kart meme of Nomi's driving. She fucking crashes.
I've never crashed.
Yeah,
I'll let you know on that one.
Yeah, I'll ask your insurance company.
No, my sister has wrecked 3 times. I have not. So
we'll see.
I'm a good, safe driver. I just like the speed.
That's not good and safe.
What the hell are you talking about, woman?
I'm just a good driver, and I'm a woman.
He's like, I'm just a good driver. I wear my tiara so I don't get pulled over and get a ticket.
Wait. So I was at an Islamic conference about 10 years ago, right? And someone was saying, what happens if you like start talking to someone, if you get pulled over and you just start talking in Arabic? And the guy was saying, I did that once. He's like, I was late and I was speeding and a police officer drove me over and he starts yelling at him in Arabic. And the police officer's like, okay, you do your thing. Go ahead.
Oh, what happened?
Bye, Samuel.
I think his internet went out.
Oh, I think he went to go check on the Twitter chat because Shadow's actually talking in the Twitter chat.
Is he?
Yeah.
He is?
Is he being grumpy?
No. He is talking in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Earlier, Samuel's like, hey, I'll be on later. And I said, nobody cares, Shadow. So I accidentally called Samuel Shadow. That was my fault. See, he's back.
Hi, Samuel.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Shadow Samuel.
So what happened?
I'm on my phone, right? So Shadow starts blowing up the chat, and I went to click on something, and it just kicked me out.
I knew it.
Okay. That's fair. So we have Laurence Knight, who apparently I created the corpus. That's not something to brag about, buddy.
Well, it is Knight.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So as you guys know, I am Laurence Knight. I participate in a little-known show called Abyssal Musings on Thursday nights with Samiel the Infamous. We are, however, gaining traction. So that's nice. It tells me that we're doing something right. So you can catch us on Thursday evenings. Depending on where you're at, timelines vary. I'm on the East Coast, so it's 11:30 for me Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
You also occasionally you can catch me on Saturdays on Screaming Into the Void with pretty much everybody that's on right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got some things in the works. I'm just kind of waiting for some stuff to fall in place. Waiting on being a dad again for a second time. My daughter seems to not want to come out. She is now past due.
Damn it!
Yeah.
All right.
She'll come when she's ready.
Yeah.
Never rush a woman.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying not to, but I think my wife is
She's
ready
got
to
it.
get rid of it. Yeah, she's like, no, this girl needs to get out.
It just reminds me of Friends. Get out, get out, get out!
Also, I kind of like didn't do my plug, but it's okay.
Well, go ahead.
We
Sorry.
haven't got to you yet, woman.
Oh, I thought we were just gonna go from Kat and then to me.
I'm done.
I
Sorry.
was doing you last, and now that sounds dirty.
No, it's a.
Wait a minute, hey, Ryan. Before she does, you alluded to a special person, that may or may not have gone with Nomi to that Matt Walsh thing. I'm being nosy.
No.
I'm curious now.
I will post in the private chat.
Yeah.
Larry.
She's also a part. She's a part of Monday nights, and it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Nobody gives a shit about me.
Oh no! I mean, if it's something that should be in a private chat, then I'm sorry I brought that
No,
up. I thought
no, you're good. It's just she only appears on Monday. Well, it's 300 mirrors. It's Lily. She doesn't care.
I was gonna say you weren't that subtle about it, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we were on Monday night either, because I think I asked Nomi about it, and it's like,
I do remember that now. I thought it was
died.
I thought it was someone else, but I do remember you saying 3
Yeah,
million mirrors or
yeah,
3,000
it's
mirrors.
300 mirrors.
It was Lily, guys. It was Lily.
It was Lily. She was in the area.
The car insurance girl?
No.
What?
That would be AT&T, Larry.
Oh yeah, AT&T. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's a different. That's a character played by Melina Von Truber or whatever. Yeah. No, 300 Mirrors is she doesn't really do YouTube. I mean, she does a couple of shows here and there, but like mostly you find her on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
She pretty much does House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones with us. She's a huge fan. She's a huge Targaryen fan, much like Nomi is, and we appreciate it. Well, and you, and we appreciate her for it, because Shadow's a retard who that boy, man, I don't know why he likes the fucking houses he does.
Part of it's because he's a contrarian, and part of it's because he thinks the more fucked up a thing is in the past, the more based it is. Which, by the way, he found out earlier today that based does not, in fact, mean what he thought it meant.
No, it doesn't.
And and I don't want to put the kid on blast or anything, but yeah, he's been incorrect about a few things, and he is learning that now, which is part of being young. So no shade at him.
Yeah, he's not 20 yet. He'll get there. We're helping him. Okay, so Samuel, what the hell does that say?
It says goddamn buttons.
Goddamn buttons. That sounds like a fucking old man statement. So here you go.
Well, I think I'm the oldest one here, second oldest one here. Anyway, yeah, I'm Samiel the Infamous. Fuck buttons, fuck them right in their stupid ears. And you can find me on the channel, Samiel the Infamous, where we do Screaming Into the Void on Saturdays, 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And on Thursday nights with Laurence Knight, we do Abyssal Musings, 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, give or take a few minutes. And I've been doing some gaming streams. Probably will do one later tonight with Monster Hunter Rise. Probably another one maybe Sunday. And who knows? If Shadow's a very good boy, I might even dip into some Sunless Skies again this weekend. And then you can also find me over on the Exiled Lioness channel, where I am usually running the back end of her stream.
So for the first, never mind. God damn it.
I knew you were going to say something dirty.
Shut up, fucker. And lastly, and certainly not least, I will do Nomi last.
Hi.
What happened?
You. Just with your mind being in the gutter and everything.
I didn't start it. You did.
What did I start? What did I start?
When's your video coming out, woman?
That's a long time from now. And That's like what, BC and AD?
Hey, I'm looking at the chat. They're saying you got some new subs. You gotta put something out.
I did see that. I got a new sub.
Yeah, Mistress Nomi got some new subs.
I hopefully when I post my first video, I will get more subs. But
Will that be the year 3 million?
She's still losing it.
Okay. Stop there.
Don't be a dick, Larry.
All right.
Hey, I'm BBC. All right, BBC gang me up.
And now she's choking on the laughter.
That's not what she's. Oh, okay. I'm not saying.
Wow.
And that's what you call a setup and payoff in the comedy game.
I stopped myself. Okay.
Doesn't matter. They got the joke.
I'm gonna stop now before I can't control my laughing anymore. But yeah. Well, I swear on my grandmother's grave, I will have a video by next week.
Y'all start praying for her grandmother.
That got dark.
I'm just kidding, Nomi. Hey, take your time. I mean, it'll be there when it's there. You know,
She's already fucking broken. Yeah, take all the time you need. Where you're gonna go.
Yeah, but I mean, people have been asking me about my channel for like a year now. I still got some. I've got some roadblocks that I'm working on, but I'm like,
take the plank
I
out of
even
your
told
eye
my
first
wife.
before you talk to me.
Yeah, I've been shilling Larry's channel for like a year and a half now, so that's partially my fault. I've been telling people to go sub to him.
I don't even know how many subs I have. Last I checked, I think I had like 4, so I wasn't tripping.
But yeah, you'll see a video from me next week, and you'll catch me tomorrow on Screaming Into the Void with everyone on this panel, and then Monday for Game of Thrones. Thursday, I will be on the Rogue Attraction talking about 90s. I think we're talking about 90s drinks that we grew up drinking.
You said 90s, right? Not 90s?
90s.
Yeah, 90s drinks. 90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
90s. And then, yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I usually lurk. I don't post a lot of things there. But
Sounds like she's saying 90s.
That's what I said.
We're getting some of them 90s drinks.
The only
Hey there,
90s,
Mr. President.
No, the only 90s that I look forward to is Max von Priestley's 90s. So, yeah.
Wow.
Spicy.
It is spicy.
She
Oh.
stems so hard for him, too.
I do. I love him so much. And I'm going to see him soon. So, yeah.
Does he know that?
That I'm going to see him soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Are you accusing Nomi of stalking?
Maybe a little.
We text each other. We're like, hey,
He's
when we
not
go
gonna
to
care.
Vegas. Yeah, we go to Vegas and we're like, let's catch up here. Let's go do this with the friends. So, yeah, we've already made plans.
Oh, they're going to be doing stuff.
No, not.
Oh.
I am a lady. It takes a
So-
lot for me to.
Says the woman who was choking on balls in December.
There were edible balls.
They're all edible.
No, they're not.
I don't even want to know.
Horse balls aren't.
Oh, what the fuck, Larry?
I don't even want to know.
Besides, Nomi. Well, first of all, Nomi is not that type of lady.
Very
Going
true.
out and taking her out and trying to that doesn't work with her. You got to have good beer at a bar fight. Get
Yeah,
her. Get
honestly, yeah.
The only
If you-
way that somebody would know that horse balls are not edible is if someone tried it.
Oh,
You told
God.
me. You're the one that told me, Sam. That's how I know. You were gargling them, don't you remember?
Well, you gotta. Then they're edible. If you can gargle them, you can eat them.
No, that's like saying
So this stream has been sponsored.
By horse balls.
By Elmer's
Adam-
Glue.
This stream has been sponsored by Prune Candy.
Prune candy.
Well,
we really
see
are.
you
old
later.
men.
Yeah, we went off the rails really hard, but that's all because I let it. But yeah, you'll see a movie. You'll see a video. You'll catch me on some streams. That's what I got going on.
You're gonna catch her on Max's channel.
Wow.
What? Come on, that's funny.
But that's not as funny as what I was thinking.
Never mind.
I'm not gonna ask.
You don't want to. It just walked. It just.
You're all perverts.
Thank you, everybody.
Proud of it. Proud of it. Absolutely proud of it.
You're proud.
Thank you for everybody coming to the stream. We're ending this.
Toodles.
Do we have?
Maybe I am insane. Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. You see this? Right there in the mouth! Macho Man Randy Savage of the Ultimate Warrior and the forces of Hulkamania that I have seen great strides before. Together at SummerSlam. What you gonna do when Hulkamania and the Ultimate Warrior
I'm getting your foot off my shoulder. Well, there you have it. I still haven't found.
Here's the next champion. Don't worry about that away. Because comparatively speaking to the Macho Man Randy Savage, you are nothing but garbage. Nothing but garbage, Diana. Yeah.